also already have a piece of the Lunanoran thing, and I was like, never mind then. You can have
Whoa.
1. 2? We're pushing it.
No.
They got rid of the circle
No.
thing. Look,
They
they
what?
got rid of the circle thing whenever you right-click on your character.
Oh, really?
The what?
Yeah,
oh,
now I
yeah.
can whisper to you.
Wait,
I
are
can
we on a
find
map? Question mark.
No,
well,
I mean, no, but
not
you
really.
guys are gonna be on the cave map right now. You're not actually in the cave, but if you wanna fuck with stuff, you can.
Yeah, because I'm just left-clicking on Shasta and seeing that it's now a little drop-down menu of rotate right, left, center, back, bring to front, and delete token, but it's like, I'm not going to delete the fucking token.
Delete the token.
No, you're
It'll be
good.
fine.
I just I had to wipe my computer, so I haven't played Fantasy Grounds since then.
Also, Ellie, I'm sorry we haven't met in regards to webcomic. The amount of time I had, I severely underestimated.
No, I didn't get
Overestimated.
jack shit done. You're fine.
Ellie, did you hear that Dust shit
It is
himself the
fine,
other day?
Susan. I didn't do that. You
No
can't just
way.
say that.
Holy shit, we have 5 viewers off the bat. This
And
is
one of
crazy.
them
I gotta-
is one of them is
While
NQP
you're-
on NQP. And
While all 5 of you are here, if you have your Twitch account linked to your Amazon Prime account, you get 1 free redemption of a
Like-
Twitch Prime subscription. You can
Eddie, shut
redeem that at twitch.tv/NQP Dust. You support Dust, you support us, you support the channel. Everything is good. You should redeem it.
It's so fucking funny.
Every time Sam starts promoting Dust's channel, I just imagine that he's like on the side of a 4-way intersection with an arrow doing like kickflips and stuff.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. I would be that if I could, make it physical. That is exactly what I would be doing.
Can you do a kickflip, Sam?
Ah,
But
yes.
yeah, Dust called me the other day. He's like, Shasta, I'm a bit of a pickle. I'm like, what's going on, Dust? He's like, I shit myself.
He
Get a
didn't say
McDonald's.
that.
I didn't do that.
Yeah,
He didn't say
he
that.
did. He did.
He's not he is not an ex-Australian Prime Minister.
Oh,
Do not ever
I mean,
Yeah.
you are. I mean,
Dust
you
with
are
us.
probably right because I did have McDonald's recently, and once again, I was reminded why I cannot have McDonald's. Because
Mm.
I am an adult man who cannot process that kind of food anymore.
You were reminded of your mortality.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Oh yeah.
The mortality is an annoying thing to be reminded
La, la,
of.
la,
I'm not gonna
la.
lie.
Drink. Swallow la la.
So we are 10 minutes. Oh wow, it does come down with a little drop down. Look at that! I can kick you. That's so fun.
Oh,
I can also do
Oh, I
this.
know.
what just happened?
Oh yeah.
Windows 11 noise.
Windows 11 nice.
Are you enjoying it?
Stop! Stop! Stop spitting me!
That's me. I'm doing this.
You spin me right
Hold on.
up, baby,
Can
right,
you
right
all, when you right click on someone, do you get the ring bell option?
I don't
No.
know.
No.
Oh, I can only do that? That's so sad. I wanted to barrage Shasta.
I was gonna ring Justice Bell too. Don't worry about it.
I'm gonna delete your fucking token. How about that?
Not for that.
So,
Not for that.
would somebody like to give me a recap of last session? It was 2 weeks ago, and a lot of things happened.
I am happy to do it.
I can also do it.
Absolutely.
Okay. Do you wanna like roll dice to figure it out?
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
let's do it.
All right, whoever
Let's
gets
do it.
higher.
Highest on a D20. Okay. Well,
Well, yep, there you go.
winner. Anyways.
Take it away.
Okay, so last session we approached. It began with us on our approach to the Felrook, and some funny little salamander speaking in our heads. A guy that one of us, Cassian, automatically recognized as being Dust. A Lunanoran fella. So it was like, wow, that's so cool. It's so funny to see you here. Well, we're also doing Lunanoran things. He told us that he had been trapped in a helmet, the helmet that they were looking for in particular, and as they entered into the Felrook, or at least the cave under the Felrook, there were a lot of different traps revolving around different versions of this same helmet. Fake or otherwise, there were a lot of traps. The party worked through a lot of them. They fought in one of them because someone decided to fly out into the water and pick up the helmet.
I don't know who that is.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I don't know who would ever do that. And then we had a very, very difficult fight between a fuck-ass dragon spirit and a box. We somehow didn't die as a result of fighting a box. Thankfully, because that box is evil. That thing was made by the devil himself. And we survived.
Irish Blackrock.
We survived a major cave-in by using a spike pit trap in an alternative way to avoid being crushed. And then as we circled back around, we found the box again, opened it up and found that the helmet was inside of it. And when Kovak went to open the container containing the helmet, wasn't dust in the helmet. It was the gambler. And so, unwittingly, the entire party had just freed one of the demon princes. That Discord activity totally threw me off. Thank you, Shasta. But, he let us keep the helmet instead of destroying it, and then he fucked with Cassian's deck of Wando. And then fucked off. And so we're leaving the Felrook. We are not sticking around a moment longer.
Absolutely. Taking inspiration for that session. For that recap.
Thank you. And Shasta, am I boring you? Is that it? Is that why you're playing Cobra Valley? Am I boring you? Like, am I not enough?
My streak.
Hi, Barb.
Yeah, alright, buddy.
Rebuilding my streak.
Yeah. Okay, I'm not enough for you. That's fine.
So, there it is. It is picking up. Good. So, yeah, we find you all. I'm going to change the music to something a bit more. Is Moonless a good one here?
I forgot the music. I get music now.
What?
Moonless feels like a good one. A foreboding bait.
Music.
Just a foreboding base. Or maybe Arcane.
So just really quickly, see, are you here?
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't heard you say anything this whole time, and I was like, I hope that your mic's working.
No, it is working.
I see. Hello.
Oh, speaking of C, well, you can do a solid Irish accent now.
Oh, he's Irish.
Oh,
He's
he's
Irish.
Well, you got it.
Irish.
Well, you know how to do it. It's
Oh,
very
fuck.
stereotypical, but I can do a good Irish accent.
It's very bad. In
It's
fact.
very bad.
You're
It's
fucking,
very bad.
It's very fucking bad.
It's good. Uh-huh.
Shasta, we're not going to get
No,
into
you
your British
know, we can
accent,
talk to
I
C
think.
in their native.
The native vernacular.
Yeah, but it's not their
vernacular.
The freaking ladies.
So,
That's crazy.
I'm so happy about it.
So, you all will be outside the cave. Kovak has just called for your lovely wolf Phelan to come pick you up. And there's just kind of this moment where the snow is kind of blowing and all of you are just standing there. You have your new deck in your hands. It smells faintly of cigarettes. Who had the helmet?
Me.
You are holding the helmet under your armpit, with your sort of arm wrapped around it. And I think there's just this moment where you are all just standing there in
Just
this
quiet.
abstract silence.
It's the person standing emoji, but times 5.
Literally. Dead fucking silence. And as, like, he's obviously waiting for Foylan to get here, because it'd take a little bit longer. And if Foylan can run, and he's also in his, in a frosty environment, but he's still just sort of, he's standing there very defensively holding onto the helmet, but he's just sort of like, he looks really upset. He looks mad. But I think one quick glance to the rest of them, is he like specifically Cassian? Is like a is a good enough indication that he's not mad at them. He's not mad at any of them. He's just upset that they were duped. Which I think is valid and reasonable.
I don't think so.
Yeah, okay, well, fuck you, alright? Play Farm Edge Valley, alright?
I'll play.
In the middle of our session, play Farm Edge Valley.
Okay, let me.
Can't believe.
Okay.
So, well, I've never proposed this before. What if we just never talk about this?
You know,
What?
I think the only person that I wanted to tell about any of this was the scribe. I'm happy to keep it with just the 5 of us, Argyle, and the scribe.
Pretty sure the scribe is usually a step ahead of us.
Yeah,
I
he
don't know.
probably knows already.
Perhaps, but still, I don't want anyone else to know about this.
You'll kind of know it once we get back. He probably just. Anyway.
If he's going to be upset with anyone, I will bear the brunt of it.
I don't think that man can get upset. I'm gonna be honest.
You never know, it's always the ones with the big smiles that are the scariest when they're upset.
Crackertooth gives a big smile.
Yeah.
You're upset, though.
I think in that moment, anyone that would like can remember the fact that the gambler's permanent expression is an unnatural smile that goes from ear to ear.
Yeah, that's what I thought you meant. But
Well, thank you for reading into my double meaning.
how
I love
I look.
that.
I guess the deck of cards. Who has the deck of cards?
Cassian.
Yes.
Do we have a moment? How much time do we have till Foylan gets here?
Given that it took you guys I think it was half a day to get here, something like that. Foilin's very fast.
Fuck.
So
Yes.
you guys will have to set up camp for maybe an hour, maybe 2. But
If I had to guess, 2 hours.
And I will go over to our little fire. And I will motion for Cassie to follow me, if you will. Yep, everybody over by the fire. Where'd the fire go?
Crackertooth will
So-
find a pile of something that's able to be burnt and do a
Yeah, like
firebolt.
clothes.
Yeah.
Um,
This firebolt, boom, fire.
finding a couple rocks at the base of the Felrook that are relatively high up, getting some spare cloth that you may have had. You were able to tie a small thing above you to stop the snow from hitting you, and you make a fire.
Oh no, I meant in the cave.
Oh, you're in the cave? You want to be in the cave?
Oh, I thought we were in the cave.
You can be in the cave. That's
That's
okay.
what
with
I
me.
was looking at.
Yeah, we're in the cave.
Let me go here then. I have so many things going on this map.
Sorry.
No, you're okay. Let me go ahead
I thought they
and
were supposed to.
give you a fire.
I cast Mind Whip on Crackertooth.
I cast Melf Minute Meteor on Mop.
I cast grapple on both of you. Calm down.
I cast Haste.
I cast grapple regardless, idiot.
There you go. Oh,
I'm
it's not.
Shaky.
I would.
Oh, right, it's gray. I need to give it light.
I can give those a little bit of a study there, Cassian, if you'd let me.
Oh, it's over here now.
Sorry about that.
Crackertooth is very interested in this deck of cards.
Yeah, the
Absolutely.
captain's
She's
not thrilled
trying
about it.
to contain it, but she's very interested.
Mop is actively her eyes are flicking back and forth out of, sheer anxiety between Crackertooth and the deck of cards. But what does Cassian do?
They hesitate for a few moments so that they really don't want to have anything to do with these cards. They don't want anyone in the party to have them, but they trust Mop, so they are going to hand the box over to her for her to look at them.
And Mop is going to use Identify.
Absolutely. Over the course of 10 minutes, you will begin to unravel the magics of this item. I would like you're going to get a lot of stuff, but I'd like you to roll an Arcana check to see if you can tell some of the more hidden things about this.
I use my rat!
Yeah, why not?
Thank you! I just been through hell!
22. Certainly enough to figure out something. So, I will tell you this much. This is similar to a deck of many things, which is not something Mop would know, because Mop's never seen a deck of many things, but as a player. However, there are some differences. You can only pull from this deck once a week. Every single time you pull, you draw 3 cards. You cannot draw any more or any less. You will flip them over and see them one at a time, but they do not activate until you have flipped over the last card. Because some of the cards in this deck affect other cards in this deck. You flip them over and see them one at a time, learning what they do and activating change effects before they activate. When you draw and activate a card, it burns away unless otherwise stated. With a 22, I will give you 2 things. The first thing is the number of each, vague thing. There are 9 negative cards, 9 positive cards, and 4 neutral cards. Which still lines up with your real-life deck C, so we could still use that if you ever draw from it.
So how many... Wait, one more time, all those numbers?
9 negative, 9 positive, and 4 neutral.
9 negative, 9 positive, 4 neutral.
Additionally, with a 22, there appears to be some lingering magic on the deck. You have a very distinct feeling that something will happen if you use every card in the deck.
Wow! What if we just left these here in the cave?
Crackletooth pouts.
Well, whoever's in charge of holding it... Well, Crackletooth, you already have a deck of cards, so, you know... and that is exactly... Yeah, you 100% do already. So it's only fair that someone else carried this.
Do you have a deck of cards?
I don't.
No, because Cassian has the other one.
No.
That was Cassian.
What you are
Oh, and
holding
Cassian has
is the Deck of Wonder. It's been changed.
Alright.
Yeah.
And this is called the Deck of Gambles, by the way.
Awful.
I say we grab ourselves a iron-clad box with a big old lock on it and put those in there. And just not think about it ever. Okay?
Have you ever tried not thinking about something, Mop?
It's very easy.
I think we have different definitions of not thinking about something.
I have the mental fortitude of a wise old gargoyle.
I have the mental fortitude of a through.
Roll a wisdom saving throw, Mom.
Well,
Roll a wisdom saving throw? Yeah, roll me a wisdom saving
fuck.
throw.
Okay, great. Wonder what that's about.
You can't stop thinking about the cards. Not in a magical way. This is just playing off of a bit.
I'm just gonna keep this to Amaya to hold.
I mean, they're cats.
You are. Well, they are Cassian's cards. You know, Cassian.
Yeah, they were Cathian. So, like, I think you should ask Cathian if Cathian
And I'll
wants to give
hold-
them to Maya.
I'll hold the cards out in Cassian's direction. Like the deck. Yeah. Just, yeah.
Crackletooth will kind of, like, sidle up next to Cassian. So,
Sidle.
Cathian, Not right now, obviously, but like
You're not going from the
sometime.
deck.
Come on! He bet it was gonna be like a boo with me. There's something really cool in there.
I do not trust him as
Hey,
far as I
Dust.
can throw them on.
Like an actual deck of cards, is it like, are there multiples of each?
No. There are 22 cards in this deck. And once you draw them, they
Holy
are
shit.
gone.
Well, somebody cheated. Somebody overused some of those cards.
No.
About
No.
like
it's
42
just-
in a deck?
This is just no.
There's like 42 cards in a deck.
A deck of many things
Fuck.
typically has 17 cards, but on rare occasions has 22. This one has 22.
Can you imagine if you had a whole fucking deck of 52 fucking cards, then you had to think of magical items for all of it? No, fuck off.
I was
No,
going
because
to.
some of them
Hey.
are different cards. Or the same card.
What deck of cards are you buying that has double ups?
What do you
Any
mean?
deck
Because
ever,
you have to
there's
have
4
multiple
each.
of numbers.
Oh no, I guess
The
those are
American,
different
the
colors.
American influence of excess continues even into cards. It's insane.
No, there
Anyway,
are. No,
so-
I know what you mean though. Because there's no exact duplicate. It's a different color or different shape.
Yeah.
Fucking what?
I have the full set of the werewolf
Anyway.
cards. I just
Um,
picked out 22.
Now, I said this earlier, and this isn't me trying to encourage you to use it this session, but I just want to make sure you are aware. This deck is not nearly as bad as the actual deck of many things. There are plenty of bad things that can happen to you that are bad, but there are also a lot of good things that can happen to you that are very good. I don't want you to be afraid that if you pull from this deck, you have the possibility of like getting your soul ripped out of your chest and thrown into an object a mile on the other side of the planet.
I mean, would that really count with Cassian, though?
Yeah.
I guess
No.
could Mop understand the severity of the negative cards?
No, but when you draw them, you would be able to put together stuff about them. There are things in this deck to help you understand more things about the deck.
Okay.
So I'm not saying like right now, like we gotta go back and like relax and like, decompress after whatever the fuck that was. But like sometimes when it's like a chill day and we're not doing anything, all I'm saying is that it could be beneficial to see
A
what
fun
kind
activity?
of. Yeah, exactly. It could be a fun activity. And no one has to participate if they don't want to, but like I'm just saying. And she kind of like sticks her hands in her pockets and like rocks
Mop
back
is-
and forth on her heels.
Mop is fighting a frown.
At least I.
God.
I think I could go for a little cup of wine after this.
Ellie
Isn't that-
died.
isn't that-
Okay, breaking news. Sky blue.
I think
Out.
isn't that how people decompress? Is that how people do it? They take a little bit of a cup of juice.
Yes.
I don't
That's
think.
how they do it where I'm from.
I mean, I've
Have a
heard
flask?
historically it's not like a good habit to be in, but like I like whiskey personally.
Also,
Yeah, but it's wine. Wine tastes good.
As pulls the face.
If you're
Why are you
like
doing
wine,
that face?
Dastard pulls a
What
face.
face?
Jesus.
Argyle on Mop's shoulder folds his arms and shakes his head at you, Amaya.
What are you drinking, Argyle? What are you drinking, Argyle?
Suddenly the Feyret has distinguished taste. Oh, I'm sorry.
They
That's the
glare.
That's the thing.
Oh.
If the Feyret
Crap.
had distinguished tastes, he would actually like wine. Is the thing, but no, I'm with the mine on this one.
I guess
Oh,
telepathically,
thank
I'll be
you.
like, what the heck? What do you drink? What do you drink?
You
What
get
kind of wine you drinking,
you
Argyle?
get the image of I mean, think about it. What pairs best with wine?
Oh,
Congratulations, Shasta.
You just get the image
Okay.
of cheese.
I'm just imagining Argyle with a little, like a little wine glass and a beret.
Ratatouille.
Little lit cigarette.
I love that.
What's up, Steve?
See.
You were saying something.
Oh, no, it doesn't matter. It's grand.
Are you sure?
They've changed.
You sure?
Yarr.
Did you guys identify the helmet yet?
I will identify the helmet if you haven't already.
Kovok, yeah, I mean, Kovok is still very defensively holding on to it, as if he's like anticipating that somebody's gonna try to steal it from him.
Hey, Kovok,
Hmm.
you can hold it, but would you mind if I identified it for about 10 minutes?
That's okay. And he's gonna scoot on over. And he's gonna like hold it in both hands, for Mop. But he's going to hold it in both hands.
Forehand. So.
He's just he wants to leave.
Identify.
Absolutely. I'm after I read this to you, I'm going to work on making it an actual item, and then I will put it in your inventory, Kovok. But as you begin to identify, you hear the sounds of similar to the first time when you identified the gauntlets. You hear the sound of a woman speaking to you. Her voice reverberates throughout your mind, and you hear, "The souls used to enhance the holy might of the moon deity were both powerful and consensual in their assimilation. It is because of this that I ask you, dear disciple, if you are ready and willing to undertake a similar ritual. Will you submit your soul to me so that I may continue my purpose in the name of not only you, but Our Lady?" This is a legendary wondrous item. It is a brilliant helmet with intricate designs of white and silver running across it, depicting the rising and falling of a waning crescent moon. I actually have a picture of this one because Cat is awesome.
Yippee! Cat art, cat art, cat art.
Let me see if I can snag it, actually. I know I sent it to Ellie a bit ago.
I'll
It's
call it
inside
card.
chat.
Oh, it's inside chat. Perfect.
Yeah, like a good wee bit up.
Oh, we'll repost it anyways.
Absolutely, thank you.
Yeah.
Let me go here. You gain the following benefits while wearing it. You can use an action to cast the spell Sanctuary at will. You don't need a spell slot, you can just do it. You shed a dim light within a 10-foot radius, and when making concentration checks on a spell, you can do so with advantage. Additionally, and while this item isn't cursed, because you just uncursed it, while it is cursed, every time you actively use the helmet, you must succeed a DC 18 Wisdom saving throw or be possessed by the demon that resides within the helm. This possession lasts for 1 minute, and you can continue to make saves at the end of each of your turns until you succeed.
Thankfully, we won't have to ever fucking worry about that.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, what? Repeat the last bit.
If the gambler was still in the helmet, it would be cursed, and if it was cursed, you'd be possessed by the gambler if you wore the helmet.
It's basically the same thing that Plant had to deal with when you first got it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but it was a different demon. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, but still, it's the same concepts.
Okay.
But I think, I mean, I don't know. I have a decent bit of concentration. I also know that you do as well, Shasta.
Yeah. I have
So,
7 concentration spells.
I think that's a little bit more than me.
So many. That's a couple more than me.
But yeah, I think even just for now, Kovok is still going to hold on to it, not because of like a distrust for any of the party, but a distrust of where the fuck they are.
Okay.
When they leave, he'll happily give it to whoever wants it. But right now, that bitch is staying tucked away.
I think it would make sense if Mop
Okay, so
had it when we got back.
okay.
Because with the might, what does Sanctuary do?
Sanctuary. I believe Arcana check.
Yeah, go ahead and roll Arcana. You've also seen it before, so it's going to be a very low DC.
That low?
Yeah, certainly that low. Sanctuary, very simply put, normally it's a bonus action, but it uses a first level spell slot. So that's the trade off here, is that it's an action, but you don't have to use anything. It makes it so that anyone attacking the person who has Sanctuary cast on them will have to make a Wisdom saving throw, and if they fail, they cannot attack that person for that round.
It makes you
Then-
invulnerable.
Not that round. Every time they try to attack them, I mean.
100% invulnerable.
Yeah, then is it the same thing that if then the creature that has the Sanctuary ward makes an attack or a spell against any enemy, that spell then immediately ends? Is that still the case?
Let me look at the spell to make sure. Because it is just the Sanctuary spell. I have not changed that. By any
Okay, so it's not
means.
modified.
Yeah.
Okay, then I think that would still apply.
You ward a creature within range. Let's just go ahead. You ward a creature within range against attack until the spell ends. Any creature who targets the warded creature with an attack or a harmful spell must first make a Wisdom saving throw. On a failed save, the creature must choose a new target or lose the attack or spell. The spell doesn't protect the warded creature from area effects such as explosion of a fireball. If the warded creature makes an attack, cast a spell that affects an enemy, or deals damage to another creature, the spell ends.
So much self-casting Sanctuary isn't a bad idea if you're a control mage and you're not like actively targeting people, but you're more like, supporting.
Yeah.
But I think Cassian says what you said in character, right? See?
Which bit?
About I think Mob should have it when we get back.
No, that was me out of character, sorry.
No, okay, you're good. And I think we'll just, hang on to the helmet and be like, hey, well, looks like it's got good, it's good helmet. It's nice helmet, but,
And it's
Very nice
orange
helmet.
now.
no offense, I'm not going to let go of it until we're back at the caravan.
I mean, you
Where
can
is
put it in my
the-
pocket. That way you don't have to hold it.
No, I'm okay. I can hold it.
Okay.
Scrolling up
It's a
front
useful pocket.
You, speaking of your pocket, and Kovak, gestures to that dead body that used to have armor and a weapon, now doesn't.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, what did you end up getting from that one?
Oh, here, let me tell you. So she will pull out the sword and put it down, then the shield and put it down, and then pull out all of the armor, piece by piece. And then I think I also got, and she's gonna dig in and pull out a dagger, and then pull out a dagger, then pull out a dagger, then pull out a dagger, and pull out 10 of them. One by one.
Ramon.
Getting that pocket was the biggest mistake.
Yeah.
I think it was a good thing, actually. 10 daggers,
It has never. I think it was the best thing that's ever happened to me, and I've had some pretty good things happen to me. Not gonna lie.
10 daggers is pretty good. But, Dust.
Yes. I thought you were
Sword,
asking
the
the character
shield.
for a second. I was like, what? He's not here.
No, I'm talking to the fucking get. No. The
So
sword,
funny.
shield, and the armor.
Mm-hmm.
What are they? Are they just normal?
They're normal. They,
What type of armor is the armor?
they're plate.
It's plate?
Yeah, it's all plate.
Oh, you fucked up for that one. I'm taking the armor. Yeah, I mean, I think Noah is going to, sort of look at the armor. He's going to look at the fact that that is, plate, and also knowing the plate is, extraordinarily fucking expensive. He's gonna look at it, and he's gonna gesture to it, and he's gonna be like, Faggletooth, would you mind if I...
Can I have the stuff you're wearing to sell it?
I mean, I was going to offer it to Cassian, but if Cassian doesn't want it, you can have it.
Oh yeah.
Looks
Okay.
a little dinged up.
Did you see the fact that where the stomach is? That it had to be punched out. Where there are parts on the torso where they've been burned through with the green flame from
It looks
Damon, and
like-
it's like
I mean, that's just when I go like this, and she's gonna wave her hand and cast minor illusion to make it look a little bit better, not all dinged up, and that's when you sell it.
You know how like wrinkly,
cost.
you know how wrinkly a can looks whenever you uncrack it?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
But no, Kovac is going to sort of then just be like, yeah, I mean, yeah, that's a good deal. I will take a deal. I will take that deal.
I'm good at deals sometimes.
Yes. And then I think, and then the sword, it's just a long sword.
Yeah, it's just a long sword. For a second, I thought you were asking Bubble, and I was like, Bubble, aren't you answering?
I don't
Um,
know. I just have sword, man.
I mean,
It's just a long sword. All of it is actually adorned with lunar paraphernalia. Like, it's not just plain plate. But none of it is magic.
Rest in
gotcha.
peace, the lunar guard, or not lunar guard, but you know, the guards of Lunanora that fucking came down here and died just before
Yeah.
Shasta got there.
Rest in peace.
That
I
one
think
was
that,
actually
Kovac.
Rosalind.
Oh,
Yeah, rest in peace.
Oh,
Rosalind.
motherfucker.
I think Kovac's going to look at both of the shields. He's going to look at the one that he has that has the bricks and stuff on it, and then he's going to look at the one with the lunar adornments. And then he's going to very, like, not so subtly toss the Luna, the Luna adorned shield at Cassian.
They catch it. Well, it actually, they startle for a moment. It was almost like they were dozing off for a moment, but whenever the shield's thrown at them, they just react. They just grab it.
Wake up now. But,
Wake up.
yeah, he's just going to be like, you don't have to use it, but it wouldn't be bad for you to have, you know?
Would Cassian recognize the shield at all, or is it just like something that they haven't seen before? Dust.
Roll a history check. Dust might have told you about it way back when.
Okay.
You've definitely never seen it, but you might have heard of it. You don't remember anything specific. There are loose stories in the back of your mind about paladins that have devoted themselves to Lunanora. While they are few and far in between, they show up every now and again. And this is very, to you, that's kind of what this reminds you of. This does just appear to be a shield of someone devoted to Lunanora, or some kind of lunar god or goddess.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna like look at the lunar the lunar stuff on the shield, and then they're gonna just like nod to Kovac and hold on to it. They may absolutely use it, probably.
+2 to your AC, let's go.
I will add the shield to your inventory.
Freckleton is going to methodically start putting the daggers back into her pocket.
Top 10
Just
funnies.
like pulls the
But,
pocket, like pulls the pocket open and just like drops them in, and they disappear.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
Why don't you
7,
name 'em?
8, 9. And then the last dagger she's going to tuck inside her boot.
Oh,
Yeah.
Smart.
Smart.
Dragon, do you ever name your knives?
Oh yeah, all the time. I have to use them before I name them, and so these ones don't have names yet.
The one in your boot? You take that out?
Oh yeah. She'll pull it out and kind of hold it, swish it around a little bit.
Mop will point at it. We'll point at it with their little claw and go, Brendan.
Brandon, I've been thinking something like gut stabber.
I like Brendan.
I like gut stabber.
The difference between people naming a dog and naming a cat.
Literally.
Yeah.
She'll pull out another dagger. This one can be Brendan. This one, the one with
Oh, he
that
does
was
seem
never-
more like a Brendan.
Yeah. This one. So this is gut stabber. She's gonna stick gut stabber back in her boot. This one's Brendan. She'll put Brendan in her other boot. And then all of this weight on the other 8, I guess.
And then I have my dagger. What do you think it looks like? And Mom will pull out her little dagger. It's the most basic looking dagger in the world.
That looks like a 5th flare.
What if I named him? Kevin. Kevin.
I mean, do you like the name Kevin?
I do like the name Kevin.
Okay, you can name it Kevin. I guess that'll
Kevin.
work.
It's me and Kevin. Against the world. And also my friends.
Against
Okay.
your
No.
friends?
No, against the world. Or whatever.
No, it's okay. Like I'm sure Brendan would like to fight against Kevin if it came down to it. I wouldn't like to fight you, Mom. I think that would be sad. But like, knives are inherently bloodthirsty, and so,
Awful news
Also,
about that
it's okay.
helmet. Awful news about that helmet. I just realized.
Mm-hmm.
But
Kovok, Mop will reach out her hands to Kovok, or to, like hand it over just for a second.
Kovak is not going to hand it over per se, but he is going to hold it out.
Mop will stand right next to it, point to her snout, and go, "It stops right here." It's got a full faceplate. Not quite designed for all this.
Kovak is going to he's going to just, take one hand off the helmet and just pinch the bridge of his nose. Okay. So you're telling me that you can't wear it?
It wouldn't go over my nose.
As the DM, we can make it work.
It's gonna make it work.
It
I'm
might
sure we
conform
can.
so
Yeah.
that the gauntlets
I mean, if
don't-
it's magic helmet, then sometimes that's how. These came to fit me, and she'll stick her foot out with her little boots that fit her perfectly.
Because I was gonna say the magical property of having to attune to it does help that sort of
Yes.
a narrative device.
Yes.
Oh, that's fair.
But still, Kovak's just gonna be like, okay, well, I mean, if that's the case, then we'll think about it when we get back to the end. He's gonna sort of head message Foylan and be like, "Where are you, buddy?"
Is there anything else any of you wanted to do while you were still beneath the Felrook?
Are
I'll
there
put
any
on my-
bodies I haven't looted?
I'm gonna put on my new plate,
Gotcha. No.
which I have.
No, there isn't.
That's what I
Mop
figured.
will begin digging holes,
You'll
little
be.
graves for our
You're gonna
for.
dig through the hard rock.
She's trying her best. She's out in the snow at least.
Oh, the snow is a bit better. Yeah.
If not, she's trying her best to reach like dirt. Actually, you know what? No, we're gonna do rocks. We're gonna do rock graves inside this cave.
Like, get a bunch of rocks and then pile them on top of the bodies.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
And of course, lay them out in a sort of ceremonial way.
Okay. Roll me a nature check.
Okay. I have our guy help me.
Yeah, he can find some rocks and pebbles.
Okay. Just teeny tiny little pebbles. Aw.
Well, damn. 13 is. You're not able to get all of them. You're able to get some, though. And I think with that, you will gain 2 concordance.
Yo.
Amaya, can you bless these people?
I think
Am
Ellie
I?
died. I think Ellie died.
Ellie's dead again.
Ellie just said she did charge her computer.
Yeah.
Her laptop.
With all the is Mob burying quote unquote the ball. The plate armor from. It's very, very obviously Lunanoran, right?
Sorry, you cut out.
Like-
You're asking if the person who had the armor was Lunanoran?
If it was very obviously Lunanoran.
Yes. At least it was of some moon goddess. You've only heard of one. So.
Okay, still, Kovak's going to stand over them. He's gonna clasp his hands together, bow his head, close his eyes, and I don't know if he's gonna say anything in particular, because I can't think of that on the fly. I'm not John, but he's gonna say a small little prayer, to, I guess, not only thank them for their sacrifice, but hope that wherever they are after passing on, that it is, that it is safe and that they are protected, wherever they may be.
Absolutely, I really like that. I would give you
had the
concordance
+2
if I hadn't already
concordance.
done so.
No, I'm totally fine with not getting shit. This is Kovak experiencing religion.
Yeah,
I can't edit my shit. Hang on, give me a minute.
you can't.
I can't edit my notes. I
Oh,
can't edit
gee.
my notes.
Yeah,
There's a
I
little
was
lock
just
in the
trying to do it too.
top right corner.
Oh, okay,
Click
thanks,
it,
boss.
it'll unlock.
Yeah, no, you're all
Thank
good.
you.
This is,
Thank you.
I think the Fantasy Grounds devs, right, heard about your conundrum where your push to mute, like, kept
Oh,
on
yeah.
deleting your own stats, and they were like, I'm just gonna lock the sheet. And I was
Yeah,
like,
there you
based. Thank you, Fantasy Grounds.
Mhm.
Yes. Just that
Then I
small
changed
little
my
tidbit.
push to mute. No, then I changed my push to mute anyway.
Yeah, just that small little tidbit from me. Nothing more on my end.
And Cass is like leaning on their shield
Absolutely.
and they're falling asleep.
EP.
Okay. Sorry, there are people talking
I
outside my
spy.
room, so I am having to mute.
I spy
Absolutely.
with my little kobold eye something that begins with the letter S.
Shit.
I was
No.
gonna say Amaya.
Argyle will squeak.
What? That's right, Argyle. It's snow. Gosh, you're so smart.
That's cheating.
That's cheating.
It's literally
think Argyle-
cheating.
I spy. Here. How about this one? I spy with my little eye something that begins with, I think it's C.
Cheater.
No.
Is it Cassian?
No.
Argyle will run up to Kovak. Point at
We
Kovak.
just, yeah.
It's all
Well, I mean, that would be correct, but no, it's not Kobach.
Starts with a
What?
C. My name is spelled with a K.
Hang
Argyle,
on.
when you
Hang
say that,
on.
Argyle will look at you surprised. They didn't know that.
Is it cave?
It is not the case. No.
Campfire.
Wow, there's a lot more things that start with C than I thought.
Corpse.
No. Yes.
Hold on a minute. No. You said okay. No, okay. Pause. When Argyle said me, you said close, and we're talking about corpses.
Oh, I can't comment on that actually.
And Kovak is going to like very indignantly, like the shield under one arm, the second hand is going to point at Cassian and is going to say, "Motherfucker, he's more dead than I am."
Yeah, but he. I mean,
That's not very nice.
not a
Kobold.
corpse.
That's not
And then
very nice.
and then Kovak
Are you?
has the very brief moment where he thinks
Cass
you hate.
just looks.
Kovak has a brief moment where he thinks to say you hate me and you want me dead, but considering everything that they've just learned while they're here in the Talons, he decides against that because he doesn't want to dig up that right now.
Okay, Cassian, it's your turn.
Just playing I Spy.
What is my dog? What is my dog?
Where's
Cass
the
was
dog?
Cass was gonna like look to Craggletooth, and Craggletooth was starting to talk to them, and then they got distracted with Mop. I don't know.
So you say I spy with my little eye, and then you say something that begins with a letter, and then whatever the word starts with, you say that letter.
Or you can
yeah,
use
And then we
Valerie.
get it.
I know how to play it. I know how to play it. I haven't in a while, and
Oh.
they don't want to admit that they weren't paying attention because they were sort of like dozing off. They don't know what's already been said.
Bro is EP and he needs to sleepy, dude.
I spy with my little eye something white.
Argyle will point to himself.
No.
No.
Argyle will point to you.
Has to be point.
No.
Snow.
Craggletooth will point to
Yeah,
Amaya's.
snow again.
Snow
What is that?
Craggletooth said snow! That's so funny!
Oh,
Snow. It's snow again.
I love that Craggletooth said it and you went no, and then Cassian said it and you went yeah!
Waylon,
her arms and pouts into the fire.
Waylon, please, whatever the fuck you are, hurry the fuck up.
Amaya.
Um,
Amaya,
Yes.
your turn. Amaya the fire. You
well,
play I spy.
do you give your armor to Cassian, by the way, Kovak?
I mean, are you gonna wear it? See, it's heavy armor. I can understand if you would rather wear medium.
Yeah,
Still your
probably
chainmail.
medium, honestly.
What is your AC right now?
14.
So, yeah, it's 14.
Yeah, we're gonna bump that up. We're gonna bump that up, buddy. Doesn't have to be with Splint, but We can bump that up at some point.
What happened to your chainmail?
That is in the caravan.
Oh, yeah, you could do that.
You grab that.
freedom.
Yeah, Kowak intentionally left that behind. He was just like, they can have it if they want it. Yeah, that's what's an option.
You're not gonna take it, then I'll take it. Little Krabby Hands will take it.
So you can sell it.
Yeah, you're gonna have the splint. The splint will sell really well.
I think we have a hoarder in the chat here.
I
Yes.
spy.
They're called a loot goblin for a reason. Okay?
So, after enough games of I Spy, Phelan will
Come to
appear.
Epic Games with the
Um,
letter N. Oh, hey!
He will come bounding in. For
Mom,
some
you're
reason...
supposed to do different things.
Oh, right. There's no lights, and so technically he is blind at the moment. I'm gonna go ahead and turn the lighting off. We don't need that anymore. Phelan will come up. He will look at you. You're a little bit banged up. He'll look at the helmet. He'll look back at you. He'll look for everyone else who he can't see because right now there's just a wall.
And yeah, and Kovak's gonna sort of like step back and then put his hand through the wall.
Phelan will look interested, and then he'll stick his nose through and you'll just see his snout. He'll sniff a little
Craggletooth
bit.
is gonna Craggletooth is going to scamper over to Dog and give Doggo scratch.
You will do scratch and he will immediately fall on the ground on his back. And we'll just expose his belly to the world.
Craggletooth will scratch the belly. It's like a full body motion for her because of how small she is, but you know, it's worth it.
Mhm.
Bro.
Big dog. Big fluffy dog.
Big dog.
Big warm fluffy dog.
Big fucking dog. But Ellie crash again inside chat. Yeah, that's real.
It's a valid reason to crash out.
It's so ugly. It's
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Where's
Yeah.
the whimsy?
because it looks like it's like oh.
Why is there a Q Beyblading on the map?
Welcome to Toy Shot TV.
Kenny has
/NQP
Beyblade.
does.
Beyblade,
Thanks,
Beyblade,
Sus.
let it rip.
Let it rip. But yeah, I think with that, Kowak's gonna like sort of gesture for the see what Kitty's been.
St. Lucania.
He's going to gesture for Phelan and is going to say, "Okay, anyone that wants to hop on can."
Cass
With
is
us.
gonna shift to the wolf form as well.
Oh, okay. That works. But yeah, we've got a bit of a trip.
Climbs onto Foylin.
We've got a bit of trip ahead, so yes. And yeah, I think with that, Kowak is still going to be hanging onto the helmet, and he's going to walk alongside the two big dogs.
Absolutely.
You want me to walk with you, Kobo?
I am okay, thank you.
You're the only one that's doing it. It does.
I am much too heavy for both of you.
Cass
Yes,
is
but
gonna
I mean,
Cass is gonna bite the back of Kovak's tunic, or like his cloak, and they're gonna start dragging him along.
Okay, well,
And make
Oh,
an
it's-
athletics check, Cassian.
Okay.
I only say that because Kovak is built like a brick shithouse. Okay, 21 is definitely enough. You do just start dragging Kovak very unceremoniously.
Kowak is a brick shithouse of nothing but muscle, right? Also in plate, but this is also a big fucking dog. So
Yeah.
I spy with my little Kobo eye.
Is it snow again?
It is! It is snow! You're so snowy!
Craggletooth just groans and like lays back on Foylin with a low groan, like oh.
And we will movie style, we will pan up to the sky as you all begin to make your way back to the caravan, and we will pan back down as you get there. Roughly half a day later, you don't have too much trouble on the way back. It's not snowing nearly as hard. You did not see any sign of Margaret.
Good, fuck that bitch.
Hope she made it down okay.
I hope she died.
That's not very nice.
I didn't say that in
Pop, you went
character.
there.
I didn't say that in character, but I'm crashing out about Margaret. Fucking actual legitimate hag, dude. Man,
That's her
EMO.
moment.
I'm mad as hell. But anyways,
I thought you were Sam.
I'm gonna let you live. I'm gonna let you live.
Oh, well,
Yee.
Kovak died. Oh, Maya's dead. Oh, there goes
Cassian.
Oh, now you're dead.
And Craggletooth.
That's it.
Damn it, I accidentally started
What
initiative.
the fuck?
Now I have to
Argyle.
finish initiative.
My
What
turn,
happened
I
there?
see.
Don't worry about
Fireball, fireball, fireball.
Caravan's...
I spy something that begins with S, but isn't snow.
Is it the bribe?
No, it's a snow pile. I'm sorry, I'm not supposed to tell you.
it.
Craggletooth just stops where she is and all face first into the snow. She doesn't move.
As you approach, the scribe will say, I spy something that begins with a W.
Wanker.
Wolf!
What?
Sorry, it's
Is it wolf?
No, it's not wolf.
Oh,
Wolfcast is gonna like lift up Craggletooth by the back of her shirt and their teeth and gonna carry them over onto the
Craggletooth remains completely limp, just for the sillies. It's like a cat, like picking up a
Yeah.
cat by the scruff of her neck.
is
Yeah.
it Wonderful Friends?
No, that's a good guess. Do you give up?
Is it no? Is it what Crackletooth?
My
No.
name starts with a C.
No, it's
She'll
not.
like flick off, like shake off Cassian.
No, it's not Will Crackletooth.
Is it Winners?
No, but you're very close.
I give up.
Just gonna.
If the scribe says snow, I'm actually going to lose it.
Is it white Cobalt?
No, but you're almost like that is the closest you could be with still getting it wrong. Do you want me to tell you now?
White.
Please just cut the bullshit, please.
It's white snow.
Oh.
I go
I'm going
I-
inside.
I am going to have Kovac close the distance of 30 feet and just Misty Step right up to the scribe.
He's looking at you with a very shitty grin on his face.
And then he's just gonna look at the scribe for a decent moment. He's just going to just stare him out and then hold up the helmet.
Oh. He will. His cheeky disposition will drop as he sees the helmet, and he will grab onto it very gingerly and begin inspecting it. And he will take a very long time looking at it. And you'll hear after a little bit they will say, "It's been such a long time since I've seen your face. Well, you're getting old." And they will lift the helmet back up to you. And say, "Very good. You've done a wonderful job. I suppose it's time we discuss where to go next. I know that there are a few paths up ahead. We could go through the mountains westward rather than backtrack. We are running, after all, from the authorities, so it might be wise to continue going in one direction rather than reverse our steps."
Mr. Scribe,
Hmm?
did you or do you know what happened in that cave already?
I do not. My abilities of precognition, they are decaying, little by little.
I told you. I told you, Shasta. This has been like this has been set up like session after session. Bro doesn't know shit.
Oh,
But Kawaki is going to like, as the scribe says, yeah, you did a really good job. He's gonna sort of just like narrow his eyes, not in like the suspicious way, but in like the yeah about that kind of way. And he's gonna sort of just motion for the others to head inside, or well, the others being just Mob, I guess.
no, Mop will sit down on the bench right next to him, right next to the scribe, and just kind of just sit there and twiddle her thumbs a little bit nervously.
Okay, but he's going to sort of drum his fingers against the helmet as he does so. So, about that, when we got there, we had someone talking in our head, some person named Dust,
He will
some
perk up a bit to that name.
Luna Northern fellow, but he said that he was trapped in the helmet. I don't know how that happens, but it was, it was enough that Cassian recognized him, and so I was like, okay, I trust that, this Dust person is okay. So when we actually found the helmet, imagine my surprise when it wasn't actually Dust. He's gonna sort of just like leave his mouth sort of like hanging open a little. He's gonna set his jaw, grit his teeth, and take a deep breath. It was Gambler.
He will lower his head for a moment in sort of contemplation, and he will say, I must say I am surprised. I did not think that the Zealots, well, gamble would pay off. But it seems you have proved him correct. Well,
What do you mean by that?
While it may not seem like it, that is a good thing. You have helped set into motion what will be a very important decision for a group of people to make.
I think he's kind of got enough sense to know that he's not talking about them. I also know that he's not talking about them. Shout out Tuesday, Domain of Demons. But he's going to just sort of purse his lips a little and be like, it is hard to see it as a good thing, considering, well, but
Here's how I would see it. That thing is evil. It only helps people if it is helped. You are the sole individuals in this interaction who are solely benefiting from this. Hopefully he gave you some semblance of compensation. If not, he should not be a bother to us. He does not care for us. He is far more focused on the aforementioned zealot.
Kova kind of remembers the fact that before Damon died, like the fire behind his eyes petered out. Yeah, they don't have shit to worry about per se, but he is going to sort of just mention offhandedly he did some weird thing with Cassian's deck of cards, so it's something, but I don't think that any one of us should really be touching that per se, not for a little bit, because I don't really like Gambler, but
Reasonably so. I have heard of that deck before. It is a boon of sorts given to people by the Gambler for assisting him in various activities. It is a powerful thing. it would be wise to utilize it, but to be wary of its consequences. The gambler is not one to just give a good thing. There is always a catch.
I could have guessed he seems like the kind of asshole to do that. But, yeah, if it doesn't matter that much to you, and he's saying this to the scribe, but he's also sort of like side glancing towards Mom. I don't think we should talk about the fact that the gambler was in the helmet outside of the people in the caravan.
Hold on. Indeed, it isn't important to everyone else. The truth of the matter is, this was a plan set up a very long time ago, and we are simply a cog in that machine. If we tell other people, they will misinterpret our involvement as assisting a demon. But we are not doing any such thing. We have,
no, definitely not.
hopefully, if all things go well, doomed him.
If I was any stronger, I would have tried to kill him myself. But even I could realize I would have lost that fight there and then.
This, not just any stronger, Kovak, much, much stronger. You are capable. You're smart, all of you are. But that thing is capable of toppling cities.
No, I'm aware.
Though it does not.
But,
Sorry.
I may not kill him, but there is another guy that I've heard about a little, and if we ever cross paths with him, I mean, if the opportunity presents. And he kind of just shrugs indignantly. He is talking about Flaming Will. If they do ever run to Flaming Will, and if there is ever a shot that he can get, he's going to take it. Because he's like, man, Demon really talks a lot about him. He must be just as bad. But he's gonna give a little nod, and he's gonna head inside.
Do you have the helmet right now, Kovak?
Yeah, in my hands.
Cool. I just wanted to make sure. The scribe will look to you, Mop, and be like, "Are you all right there?
Well, I'm just worried.
About what?"
In all our, our wanting to do good and right by Lunanora. What if our actions kind of made the world the worse things?
I'll kind of frown and say, everything that we do is... we are trying to do the right thing. And I firmly believe that we are. This isn't just for the benefit of the lady. This is for something much more. If Josiah is convinced that he is capable of tying down a god, who's to say he won't do it again? And soon, all beliefs, all worldly ways of life will fall down to one person, and he looks a little distant and afraid. I have seen that happen once already. I do not wish to see it again. That thing was forgotten for a reason.
I'm gonna see if I can infer what he's talking about.
History check.
History. I know my rank can't do nothing about that, so.
14. A 14. I think the only thing that really comes to mind is that he really emphasized the word forgotten.
Oh, it's the forgotten.
Mute. Yeah. Anyways, while you're here, if you haven't subscribed, and you have Amazon Prime, link to your Twitch account and redeem a free Twitch Prime subscription at twitch.tv/us. You are helping the channel, you are helping us, you are helping everyone here, and it is completely Free!
Hi. Sorry about that. My mom asked me a question. She bought something.
You're all good. I filled time.
You're
It's all good. I
okay.
filled time. Don't worry
You're
about
okay.
Well, I suppose, how do you like your grilled cheese, Mr. Scribe?
Cheddar with butter.
And your tomato soup?
Sure. Can you cut them into triangles? Not the tomato soup, the cheese, the grilled cheese.
Of course. You think I'm some sort of heathen that makes them into rectangles? Good God.
I know. I just had to make sure.
With or without the crust?
I like the crust.
Okay. Mom will scurry.
Absolutely. I need to read the chat really quick to see what's going on here. Claps his face first with okay.
Yeah, those two are doing roleplay. Meanwhile, go back and Craig will do the like, you took my spot. This is my spot, but it's mine.
Roughly what time is it? Oh, my dust.
Probably about 5 p.m.
Alright, Mop is making some tomato soup and some grilled cheese. How does everybody like their grilled cheese?
Grilled, preferably.
With peas. Peas
What?
is hard to say.
Okay. Mop will also put peas in hers, just to try it.
What?
Why?
Them. The communication issues.
Am I?
So funny.
Yes.
Do you like grilled cheese?
I do not mind a grilled cheese.
Okay. Cassian, are you a people, Cassie?
Wolf.
Mop will hear their voice, like, overlapping, like wolf noises.
Yeah.
They sort of just, like, acknowledging Mop, calling to them. Yeah? What's wrong?
You want some grilled cheese?
Sorry, who the fuck just messed with my token there? That
I
caught me
know,
so off guard.
I saw it happen.
Well, Mop's fucked. What was the question? Sorry.
You like grilled cheese? What do you want on your grilled cheese?
Don't mind.
What kind of cheese you like?
Normal cheese.
420.
Normal?
There could be so many cheeses. Okay. Alright, Mop is making like everybody like a grilled cheddar.
Argyle does have a cheese collection that he is borrowing you from.
Yeah, I can't
He
touch
keeps it-
that cheese collection.
He keeps it under here.
Oh, it smells like shit. Yeah, Mop is stirring up some delicious fucking grilled cheese and tomato soup, and we're gonna roll for cooking.
Some damn good
Oh, yeah.
grilled cheese.
Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah.
And also grilled cheese and peas.
Ugh.
Can you get Kovak's spell? Kovak, can they get your old armor? Craggletooth.
Yeah.
Yippee!
Yeah. Grab a splint and throw it at them.
There you go.
Yay! Yay!
What does that cost? 60. 200 gold. Oh my fucking god.
Yeah, the plate, I want you to, I want to read this out to all of you. The plate is worth 1.5k in gold.
Wow.
Plates.
That's why finding it for free? For free?
1,500
This is why we
gold?
have.
You
This is why Loot Goblin. This is why I'm only saying Loot Goblin works sometimes.
1,500 gold, you mean?
Gold. 1.5k.
And I looked directly into the camera, into Zach's eyes. Anyway, so
So while you pass out grilled cheese, I will move over to the other two who are in here.
And
in the
peas.
library.
And peas and
I'm
potatoes.
sorry if you're counting
And peas,
biscuits.
of course. Biscuits. Hey, biscuits. Biscuits, it's here.
Biscuits.
The grilled cheese and peas is throwing me off. I'm so sorry.
What are you two?
Oh.
What are you two doing in here? There seems to be a nest of pillows and blankets that a large wolf is resting in. And Amaya, it looks like you are
Here.
sitting on the piano seat. The stool, if you
Mhm.
will.
She originally, sorry, she originally was gonna come in here just to grab a couple books, and then just fuck off to the back balcony. But then she saw Cassian, and they're kind of just in this giant ass bird nest made of pillows and blankets and whatever else is in there. I don't know, probably like laundry. And then she's just like, what are they doing? And then she decided, you know what? It's cold out. Might as well just stay inside. So she's on the piano bench beside them and just pulling out a book.
Absolutely. And Cassian, you are resting, dog style.
Rushed in dog style. They're like really tired at the minute. It's kind of like the weight of like all that's been happening. No, don't do that because I'll yawn as well. Yeah, it's like everything's like kind of catching up to them, but the fact that they were so like it's like springtime. They had recently come out of like a sort of hibernation that they go through type of stage, and being back in the cold has completely thrown them back into it, so they're just a lot more tired. Yeah, no, when Amaya like heads back over, they sort of settle a little bit. They're still just like thinking about everything that happened, and then they're thinking about the shit show that happened in the Felrook. And they're gonna like look. They're gonna look to Amaya. If she's like looking at them at all, or if she like turns to look at them, they're sort of giving her like an expression. That's just like quietly asking like if she's doing all right.
She doesn't exactly look towards them at first, but she notices that they're staring at her. You know when, picture this, you have a dog and you can tell that a dog is just staring at you from very far away,
Yeah.
and it's just this feeling you get. So she kind of just turns to see them, and she just raises an eyebrow like, what are you giving me that face for?
She's gonna hear like broken English, almost overlapping like wolf sounds again. You okay?
Okay, I mean, I suppose.
Are you telepathy?
We've got this. Oh, I do?
No, Cassian does.
Yes.
No.
Which
Oh.
means you could talk back, but you know.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Sorry, I thought you were talking about Maya for a second. I was like, this,
Yeah, no,
no.
Maya has telepathy. Didn't you know? I added that to the Lunar Cleric sheet.
Oh, great. The already 2 pages long damn sheet. I mean, we've got this helmet now. I don't see why. I mean, we've got the helmets, but this, I don't know, demon, archdemon. It's rubbing me the wrong way, I suppose, is the easiest way to put it.
They nod a little
But
bit
also-
and gaze. I'm sorry.
Go
Nod a
ahead,
bit.
go.
No, that's it. We're just responding.
Oh.
Keep going, you're fine.
It's. I don't think, at least, you know. I mean, I'd hope we'd be in whatever that deems his good graces, because we, you know, unintentionally freed him. You know, I don't see him coming after us, but still, it's a little unnerving.
Don't like him.
Have you met him before?
They're gonna they shake their head, and they're gonna like rest their like chin on one of the pillows. It's like tilting their head up a bit. New dust.
The guy that chose his name, Dust.
Yeah, they nod.
On
They
those.
nod a bit.
Hmm.
Thought it was him.
I'm guessing that guy's also associated to, I guess, Luna Nora and all this Saint Lucinia stuff then?
They nod again. He helped me learn. Helped me learn about Luna Nora. It's gonna be like a tiny bit of a smile on them, like as they're like reminiscing. Thought cracking together.
Oh, don't start with this again.
The disbelief in fighting a Kraken is going to be the best
They're-
long-running bit.
Their tail wags a little bit when she says that. What's his paladin?
I've returned.
So it was someone that you knew, more than just, you know, someone that you've met in passing then.
They give like one nod. Was a good friend. Very good friend.
Seems like it. Considering that you just, the moment that you heard his voice, you instantly just wanted to barge in to that damn cave. Why would they? Ugh, I don't like that fucking cave.
Don't like it either. Bad cave.
Bad cave, but at least it's done. Finally, we get to sleep in a proper bed for once in a couple days.
Would like to sleep.
Do you? What is this actually? And she's gonna point to the big ass nest.
They like lift their head. Their ears are sort of like drooped to the sides a wee bit. They're like look at the nest that they've made, you know, as if they just realized what they have done. Then like their ear flicks. Wolf stuff.
Like making a nest, like a bird.
They're gonna like try and like think of the best way to explain it. It's cold. Sometimes I have to sleep for a long while. it's called.
So, hibernation.
They nod.
You don't have to explain it like I'm 12. I know what that is. I'm just surprised if you're, I guess, half wolf, half person, you would have to go through something like that.
It's annoying.
Sometimes I wish I can sleep for, 3 months on end, was it? However long winter is. Though at this point I'm not even sure, considering we went through 3 winters in the span of a month.
There's more to come.
What do you mean
No,
by
there
that?
isn't.
Yippee. We're gonna, like, study, like, a Maya for a moment. You sleep
She's
at all?
just... Like, I mean, yes. You guys see me when I get ready for bed in the bedroom. What do you mean I don't sleep? It's
asking.
just... I don't know. Sometimes, you get good sleep, and sometimes you don't. It just happens a little bit longer. A little bit more often with me. Sometimes, I sleep pretty alright. And then other times I get these visions.
Like bad ones.
It depends. Sometimes they're decent. Other times not as much. For the last few weeks before we confronted Noah, I've been dreaming that Kovak was gonna die under a bunch of rubble. Other nights I've dreamed of things happening, either to myself or to the people around me, or just things that happen in the world, I suppose. And it's difficult to differentiate what is just a vision or what's coming from my imagination. Sometimes these things don't actually happen. Something might just be a dream. But other times... Yeah?
Sorry. My bad, keep going.
Okay. Sometimes what I dream at night doesn't actually happen. Other times it does. Us going to the cave, that... Oh god, I remember when we went to that farm with those moronic vegetables that nearly killed us. I hate those things. Want Mom to grill one of them. It's... I don't know, it's just something that happens. So I see you, I guess, hibernating, thinking, that must be nice, just being able to sleep for 3 months nonstop and do absolutely nothing.
They were like nodding along with like what Amaya was saying. And different expressions falling over their face. So nightmares. So sometimes you have nightmares?
Sometimes. So it's hard to actually tell what is and is it a nightmare until it actually happens in real life, you know?
I know. It's
Well,
safe here. It's safe here.
hmm.
If you have a nightmare or anything like that, you can call one of us. I know that nightmares aren't good. They're bad, and I like to have people near me when I have them. But it's safe here.
I suppose it is. Found that caravan, since being in it, is a lot calmer than the city life, which is quite nice.
Better view of stars here than in the city.
Yeah, city is so much light pollution, but you know, if you're on the taller towers, the city lights are also quite nice too. Though it depends. Sometimes Dasha, though, overdoes it. You know, Dasha.
Too bright.
Just a bit. Are you going to eat or are you going to sleep? Because if you don't come soon, I think Crackle2 is going to eat your grilled cheese.
He's reaching for another
Sort
one.
of.
He's taking it over.
Cass does look up and sort of snorts, but they're gonna like burrow into like the blankets a little bit. Might sleep.
You want Mop to save you one?
They're gonna shake their head. Crackletooth can have it.
Okay,
Sorry.
don't say I didn't warn you.
They give them a nod and a smile before they just put their head back down.
Amaya will get up, she'll put the book on... She'll just put on the book on the piano bench for now, since she'll more than likely come back to grab it later. And then she's gonna go join the others for some grilled cheese, as I go harass the tavern cat. Because she's scratching and everything. I'll be back.
Baby.
Absolutely. And most of you will be snacking on grilled cheese. And it's delicious. Even the scribe is eating, and he seems to be enjoying himself quite a lot.
Dude, hell yeah. This is a win.
Yippee! Grilled cheese.
Argyle will also be nibbling on a piece of grilled cheese, and anyone that tries to go near him, he will, like, scrunch his entire body up and raise his hackles and, like, start biting.
Don't forget to feed Foyden as well.
As you
I
say
don't think
that,
he likes cheese.
Crackletooth and Argyle fighting.
he sticks
Mop
his
will
head through the wall.
frisbee toss. Yeah, Mop will frisbee toss one with peas in his mouth.
He'll
Dogs eat peas?
with peas.
Yes.
Hold on.
Dogs can eat peas.
Let's find out if he likes
I mean,
it.
isn't he like a magical sort of mount, or is he just?
He is a magical
He is magical.
creature.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna feed him chocolate.
We should feed him chocolate.
No.
No.
My dog and I say no.
I still need a bit of
Just
calcium.
because he's a
eating
summon
chocolate
doesn't mean that he doesn't
and
have
freak
feelings.
out.
What does a 17 indicate? Does he like
Yeah,
grilled
he
cheese
likes
with
it.
peas?
He loves it.
Dude, hell yeah. Poggers, dude.
He chomps it out of the
I
air,
imagine.
and then he'll chew twice, and then he'll pause. He'll tilt his head, and he'll chew, and then he'll chew more, and then he will just start eating it. And then he's gonna
Yummy.
put both of his paws up on the windowsill and try and bring himself into the caravan. But he can't because he's not tall enough, so he's just like his back feet are kicking against the bottom of the window.
Down, down boy. Down boy. Down.
He'll fall
I'll
down.
throw another one his way. Yeah.
His ears will perk up and he'll jump up in the air and grab it.
Argyle, is that a grilled cheese with your personal stash of cheese? And Muff will, go to grab it, and of course he'll scrunch up. She'll be like, "Oh." Okay.
Nobel's ready to kill.
So funny.
Mop is tomato stained right now.
But yes, Scribe, you mentioned what was it, pathway a little bit ago. What was your proposed pathway? Not doubling
Indeed.
back, the other one.
Up ahead, just a little ways down the road. Actually, it is a bit back the way we came. There is an old monastery in the mountains. I believe it belonged to Nignus. I will have to revise my history to see if I'm correct, but I
The
believe.
Titan?
Yes, indeed. Maybe
I know
Guntown.
that guy.
Oh
We will
my,
see.
oh my god.
Probably
But-
so oblivious.
It
Because
is.
he's also oblivious.
It is a pathway through the mountains. I believe that if we go that way, we might be able to find out where we must go next. At the very least, we will have a bit of a way through the mountains. I believe Cassian said they saw a vision of some place.
The
We
Vigo.
could attempt to go there, but it's on the other side of the continent, so it's going to take a long while.
Would,
We
but
can detour, right?
at least start going that way, I guess. But there is another thing I think that is important to mention. Yeah, we ran into a hag.
Oh.
Right, yeah.
Yes,
I forgot about
I,
that. The whole everything afterwards.
She was very lovely, except for the necromancy thing.
No, she wasn't. She was
No,
not.
she wasn't.
Not lovely. She was manipulative little bitch.
She was up there looking for her grandson or her son. And
Mom,
She
he
was
was
a ha-
lying.
Lying to you.
what?
Yes.
Mom,
I knew she was lying, but I didn't know she was lying about her son.
Anyways,
yeah.
she.
What was she lying about
vanished.
then?
Anyways, she vanished on us. Said that we would be fun to play with, I think, before she left. Which is very normal and very sane thing to say. But just keep eye out, I guess, for anything on the road. Because, I mean, if she does try to do anything, we've killed a hag before. I'm not horribly worried, but also I know that hags are not often to be trifled with.
I mean, we had a good amount of help with us when we were fighting the last one.
What, the person that got hit once and almost went down?
Yeah, you know.
No, I'm kidding. I love Cecilia, but anyways, but yes, I feel that's important to mention. I think I am going to sleep.
Of course.
I'm very tired.
I thought you were Kovac.
For fuck's
So I'm going to lunge at Craggletooth and vine. No, I'm kidding. I'm not going to do that.
Do we wish
Like ass
to?
cakes.
Do we wish to begin making our way through the mountains then? That way I can redirect us.
Yes.
Yes. In fact, I might send out a daily message to one of my friends of reaffirmation. Which friend should I send it to?
Oh no.
You think
Kiana.
Nora.
I really like Kiana. You should send it to Kiana.
Look at
Okay.
Nora.
Oh, fuck Nelra.
Probably
little
he's
bitch.
probably so bored in their town.
Oh my gosh!
Fuck
How could I
Nelra.
forget? How could I forget about Nilra? Oh my goodness! And Mop will cast sending.
What do you say to
Amaya
Noah?
makes a face.
Nilra. Hi Nilra, it's Mop.
Tell him Craggletooth says hi.
Craggletooth says hi, checking up on you, making sure you're okay. Love you.
You do not receive anything for like a solid 5 minutes, and then you get back.
Ah.
I am in a fucking 5-foot room 50 feet beneath the surface of the earth. And then you will, and then as it continues, you hear, and wait, what?
Oh.
And then it will end suddenly.
Chest sending again.
Okay.
Are you okay? Enough, Mom.
You will get back. Holy shit! There's so many of them. What is happening? The earth is literally shaking. I don't know what's going on.
Oh,
Is that cut off intentional?
I cut off.
Yes, it was.
I was gonna say that wasn't intentional. That is divine intervention, but no. Okay, well, hey, there you go. There's the finale of Black and Blood happening right there. Well,
Sure, he's fine, right, Scribe?
What did he say?
Scribble blink.
Oh, he's it's just a lot of screaming.
I'm sure he'll be
Am I-
fine. He's wily.
The other thing?
I'll check in on him tomorrow.
it's not a bad idea.
How many of those sendings can I send?
Go to
It's a
bed.
level 3 spell, so you have 3 per day.
Okay.
Go to bed.
I'll send one more sending
You're
Yeah.
a cunt.
2.
to Kiana.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes!
say to Kiana?
Yes!
Kiana, it's Mom. If you're still near Ard, check in on my friend Nelra. He might be dead. Bye.
You love well. Okay, you can eat Kiana.
You will get back. Hi, Ma. It's good to hear from you all. Hope you are doing well. I am not near Ard. Is something happening?
Too bad you don't have another third level spell slot,
Yeah.
dumbass.
Oh well.
Because
Anyways,
he's
that's
used to it.
And her last 4 words will be, XOXO.
Oh.
Aww.
Well, Kiana says hi, everybody.
Kiana's nice too.
Kiana's for sure gonna go check up on Nelra. Probably not, but you know what? I imagine he's in good hands over at the Isle of Ard.
I don't think she should go check up on Nora.
Okay.
If Nora is hearing screaming and crying and anguishes of pain, honestly, good. I think he deserves it.
Someone
I don't
should,
think-
anybody have like a bird or something we could send his way?
You want to send him a carrot?
Crackletooth makes a show of opening her pocket of holding and looking into it.
Sobs in
I don't
my
know, darn.
Sobs and
Please don't tell me you have a bird in there.
Aw.
No, but I could get one in there. How long do you think it'll survive in there?
Is there a dead
They're
bird
like,
in
I
there?
don't think it would.
There might be- is there-
Bubble, be honest. Bubble, be honest. Is there a dead bird in that?
No. There
Okay.
isn't. There isn't. Yes.
I have a feeling that you shouldn't put anything alive in there.
I mean, we
Kind
can
of.
test it.
No!
Why not?
Argyle.
I could start with
No!
a dog or something. I wouldn't start with Argyle. I like Argyle too much.
Also, Argyle would be fine.
Yeah, he has a
Get a bug
favorite.
or something.
Go watch
Get
thumps on the wall.
Get like a caterpillar.
Go watch
No,
thumps on the
don't
wall.
get a caterpillar.
Go watch thumps on the wall again. Go to bed.
Okay, bedtime.
How loud was Kovac yelling?
I'd like to think you can hear him.
I didn't hear my
Probably.
dishes. I didn't hear the
Questions to
dishes.
make.
Okay. All of you will begin your nightly routines. Getting ready for bed, and then you will eventually go to bed. I need to someone turn off these lights. Oh, that does. I can just press a button and it does it. That's so cute.
Oh, I love that.
Oh right, I forgot about this out front. We can just can we just get rid of that?
There we go.
Get rid of that? No, we can't. Okay, well it's gonna be there forever. Don't worry about it. And yeah, I suppose do any of you do anything right before you go to bed? Anything while you're sleeping, or do you just take a nice fat nap?
What's Argyle doing?
I
One of us needs to go first.
Come on, Ellie, what are you gonna do?
okay. Why do I have to go first?
I just asked a question. I
Maya-
just asked what Argyle was doing.
Oh,
Oh,
I didn't put him there.
You put Argyle there.
I'm gonna have Amaya. She's just gonna go on the roof for a bit.
Okay.
I was going onto the roof. Kersey.
Yeah, I got here first.
Crouch doesn't steal
Okay.
the deck. All right, good to know.
Not after today. She's not going to steal the deck after today. She has more self-control than that.
Yeah, no, she doesn't. Lion ass.
No, she doesn't.
Like tomorrow it's free game, but tonight at least.
You are
That in the
such a
fucking
liar.
cards.
She's going to kind of rest on the couch for a minute, and then I think she's also going to head up to the roof, not realizing that
Mhm.
there's a certain other person up there.
Mm-hmm.
And when she flies up and sees Amaya, she's gonna kind of make a face and very obviously sit on the farthest point of the roof from Amaya.
Oh, well, it's nice to see you too, Craggletooth.
You're on. Listen, you stay on that half. I'll stay on this half. And it'll
Why
be
are we...
fine.
It is a roof, Craggle. Why are we making sides on a roof?
Personal space?
There is at least, I don't know how big the caravan is. Hold on.
It's pretty damn big.
There's 100 feet between us.
Oh, so this one's okay? And she's going to change and fly over and sit right next to Amaya. Does this work? She's
No,
touching
okay,
Amaya,
2 feet.
It's close.
2 feet. 2 feet.
Okay, she kicks her feet up on Amaya's lap.
No, not that.
She's got a little shitty grin and will kind of flip her legs off and over the side of the roof, and scoot a little bit further away. Obviously a little satisfied with herself, but better.
Maya's making the grossest face ever, but then kind of just gives up and then just continues to lay back down.
Okay.
I think
What are you doing, Craig? What are you gonna say?
I think Croty's just gonna kind of sit over off the edge, kind of leaning on her knees and watching the the trees and things pass.
Gotcha. Sorry, in regards to the cat. that
Bitch, I'm sleeping. Yeah. Calm down.
Do that again, Dust.
Chat, clip it. Chat, clip it.
Clip it. We gotta get another one for the soundboard.
Clip it. Clip it.
It's wonderful.
Yeah.
Are you two sleeping?
Yeah, I'm I'm sleepy, but I think Kovak is going to, like, before he does anything, he's gonna, like, have a bit of a moment where he sort of just mumbles a little bit of, like, a little bit of a meditatory thing to himself. I'd have just offhandedly asking Lunadora to let him sleep well tonight.
Okay.
But yeah. Nothing serious.
Mama's just kind of staring at the ceiling, probably wondering how her mom's doing. All her siblings and her dad.
As you do.
And also wondering about the 50 other people that she's constantly worried about.
Mhm.
Wonder about Nailra.
Including the one sleeping
about
like
now,
across the room from her.
I'm worried about Kovak, I'm worried about Amaya and Craggletooth and the Scribe and Cassian, but mostly Cassian, but a little more than the Scribe. That's kind of mean to think. But I'm wondering,
worried.
I'm hoping everybody that's at the Telebean house is okay, except, well, I mean, Telebean, but I mean, I don't want to say that out loud. I'm worried.
You said that out loud?
Mappa's kind of. No, Mappa's not saying anything out loud.
I was gonna say, fuck the fucking Telebeans.
I'm hoping, I'm hoping Tiana's okay, and I'm hoping Nelmer's okay, because it didn't sound like he was doing okay. And I'm worried, I'm a little bit worried about, Igor and Birdie and all my friends from the ship. I'm worried about Gorfaldard and Mace and Ophelia and
How the fuck do you remember all these names?
Yeah, so how long is this bit gonna go on? Or just like...
No, that's done. I'm done.
Yeah, so yeah, you'll just start listing off names, and I'll move over to Cassian.
Hey, Bear.
You are you are here, just sort of curled up in your blankets and pillows in the piano library
They
room.
call it.
The cat is also sleeping on the piano. And you can feel a little bit of the cold coming in from the window. It's closed, but there's a little bit. It's a very
Yeah.
We're in medieval times. This isn't sealed shut. It's just a window that's closed.
Yeah.
Caravan is moving. In terms of the map, it's actually moving in this direction, but we use our imaginations here.
Something. There is a theater in my mind.
Well, I mean, if the caravan turns around back that way, we would be heading, that way, but it would be this way. You know what I mean?
I don't know. I'm not gonna think about this too much. My head hurty.
Sam, how did you fit a whole theater in your mind?
Wouldn't you like
That's
to know,
crazy.
little boy?
Oh.
Vine boom.
I thought you said divine boom, and that was a lot funnier in my head. Just
No, divine boom. Yeah, no, I'm gonna take that. Divine boom.
But Cassian, as you are trying to sort of go to sleep, you are finding little success. You're kind of shifting back and forth, metaphorically, not like, the trait that you have called shifting. And anytime you start you're finally beginning to drift off, you get this faint, very brief whiff of cigarettes that hits your nose.
Oh. Yeah, I think at some point they're gonna just lift their head up and just sort of grumble to themselves. And they might try and sleep again, but I think it'll get to a point where they just huff in annoyance and then just sit up and shift back to the human form to take the the box of cards out to look it up.
It doesn't look like it did before. It is now red and black. You can feel the magic emanating from it. It smells faintly of cigarettes. It's very powerful, in both good and bad ways.
They're gonna lean back into the wall a little bit, wrap a blanket around their shoulders, and they're gonna just stare box for a wee bit. There's like a lot going through their head at the minute. They're like thinking back to Karn, they're thinking back to Dust, you know, for like obvious reasons, and then that's just gonna lead to them thinking about like their life after they left and that sort of thing. And just for the shits and giggles, Cass is just gonna like huff, and they're gonna like pull from the deck.
The
Oh,
shiggles, if you will.
okay.
Oh deal.
Okay. This is different from the Deck of Wonder and the Deck of Many Things. You do not choose how many you draw. You draw 3.
Okay.
I want you to draw 3 cards.
So I'm
Do
guessing-
not look at them.
Okay, I'm not gonna look at them. So I'm guessing that like if Castlight pops open, like the box of cards are gonna come out, right?
Yeah, sure. They will. You will sort of pop the box open, and these 3 cards will fly out and fall into your hand, flipped, so you can't see their faces.
Mm-hmm.
Can't believe you're doing it without Craggletooth.
I wonder
And,
why.
and so the way that this will work is that those 3 cards, you can choose any of them to flip over. They will not come into effect until after the 3rd card has been activated.
I don't like that. Okay.
And though it wasn't in here, I have used a similar rule, which is if you don't flip it for more than an hour, after the hour hits, they will all activate at once.
Ooh.
Just the
Oh,
3 cards
fuck.
that you pulled out, not the rest of the ones from the deck.
Okay.
It's pretty similar.
22 effects all at once.
That's what the
This is like
actual
our
deck
latest
does, which is
breakfast.
crazy.
That is crazy. Oh yeah, I remember hearing about that.
Draw 3 cards. Draw 3
I
cards.
have.
Alright.
I'm holding them.
Flip over whichever one you would like and tell me which it is. You have the jokers in that deck, right?
I think so, yeah.
Gotcha.
The Joker.
I don't want to. I don't want to turn.
You gotta have Craggletooth there for moral support and also to be the encouraging
No.
voice, goading you into it.
No. I think like Cass would want to do this like on their own first because they didn't trust the cards before. They certainly do not trust them right now. So
Absolutely.
2 spades.
The 2
I
of
get 2 spades.
spades. Interesting. Okay. Oh wow! Okay. This card, you see the image on the front of the card of a man with a cheeky little grin and a just a like really bizarre look in his face. You can't tell what he's thinking. And I won't say what it does yet. I'll wait till the end, but I will tell you this is a positive card.
Okay. Okay, at least there's one positive.
Mm-mm. This one is called Poker Face.
Okay. I'm sorry, I thought of Lady Gaga when I heard that.
Rah, rah.
Okay, people.
Lady Gaga herself becomes canon in Lack of Love.
I can't
No
be doing
way.
this.
Second card.
Mm-hmm.
Draw the
What's
card.
the second one?
Whoa. Oh, this looks cool actually. It's K Diamond. It's really cool. It's got werewolves on it. It's not bad.
Okay. This is a
Yeah, it's bad,
negative
isn't
card. This is called. It's the King of Diamonds. You said.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is called the House.
Oh, fuck.
What does that
Oh
mean?
no.
What does that mean?
I think
Don't
we'll
worry.
find out.
This just.
You
What
will.
lost?
This one is very, very bad. But
Oh, well, do you know what? At least we're getting it out of the fucking way.
I was gonna
Yep.
say.
what's the third one?
You're fucking kidding me. What's the clover one called?
Spade.
Spade.
No, clubs.
Clubs?
Yeah, Clover.
Oh, dude.
Wait, did you get the king
Yeah,
of
clover
clubs?
club.
Yeah. I think so.
Wait, really?
I think so, yeah.
Damn.
Also got cool werewolves
Okay.
on it.
Well, this is an interesting
I-
little balance here.
We
So
do the bad one first.
so you turn them over. I will tell you what you see in each of the cards. I described the first one, the sort of shifty-looking guy with a unrecognizable expression on his face. The second one is sinister. The moment you look at it, you feel a part of you being washed and prepared, almost like a dish getting ready to get served up for somebody else.
Oh.
It appears to be a massive tower with lights shooting off in every direction. And
Oh fuck.
with the king of, and that one's called the house. The king of clubs is called Jackpot.
Okay.
You will see a never mind. I need to think of something a bit better than a fucking leprechaun tub full of gold.
Cass will call that out. Cass will call that out if you fucking do that.
But you just see gold piled as high as you can see with a throne at the top. I want to do the good ones. I'm going to do them in the order they showed up. The first one you got
Okay.
was Poker Face. You will increase your charisma by 2 permanently.
Oh, okay. Oh, wow.
And you will gain proficiency in a charisma skill of your choice, or if you already have proficiency in a charisma skill, which I don't think you do, you can gain expertise instead in that.
Holy fuck. Okay, so do I change the 16 to a, what is it?
18.
Question mark?
18.
Wow. Okay.
You got 2 really good ones, and I'm gonna be honest with you, the bad card that you drew was the worst possible card you could have drawn.
You're fucking kidding me.
Which is both
Okay.
good and bad, because it means no one can ever draw that again, but it is the worst
Alright, what's gonna
possible card you could have drawn.
That's for killing me. What's gonna happen to me?
Well, really,
Fucking
really,
great.
well, hold on. Charisma. What skill do you want to have proficiency in?
What can I?
You just
Okay.
look at your skills, look at the ones that say chop,
Oh.
and pick one.
I can see it. Ooh. Ooh, okay. I kinda wanna do intimidation.
Sure. Works for me.
Nice.
You feel that power wash over you. You feel stronger, you feel angrier, and you feel like people can recognize that a lot easier now. You look at the second card, this tower looming over a massive demonic domain, and you feel... This is a bit different for you than it would be for anyone else. I'm going to read this to you. The house. Your soul is marked upon this card. Should the card be damaged enough, you will die and be unable to be revived by normal means. Should you die, ownership of the card and your soul will be placed to the gambler.
You are fucking kidding me.
Oh,
Why'd you do this?
ow.
Given that you are undead, I will say, because this will actually be something, this will give Cassian a little bit of information about himself, actually, because they are not aware of how they were revived. You sort of feel those effects, and you have this instinct of like, oh, well, that's not going to do anything, because I'm already fucking dead. And then it does. You feel, where... I think your neck would be good. Leading into your scar, where your scar stops on the right side of your neck, you will see the tattoo of this card begin to etch itself into your skin. And you know in your heart that if anything happens to this physical card, if it is destroyed or damaged enough, you will die.
What was that tidbit about the resurrection?
Should this card be damaged enough, you will die and be unable to be revived by normal means. Not
So
impossible.
it would need to be so it would need to be divine intervention.
Or a wish spell, or you know,
Fuck me.
a couple other like crazy things.
Fuck.
Cass is like
Oh.
actively like freaking out. They're sort of like clawing at their neck, and then they're like looking in the window
Mhm.
to see what's going on.
The first card that you drew burns up. This one does not.
Fuck. Oh my god.
This was literally the worst
It's
one.
not having- yeah, I can tell. Yeah, Cass isn't having.
So
a good
you
time
are
right now.
wearing my chainmail now. There is no question. There is no ifs, buts, no maybes. You are wearing heavier armor.
And
Is Cass gonna like mention this to the party?
well, as you feel that dread begin to sit in, I would like you to roll 2d6.
Oh, why?
Money,
Why?
probably.
That or you get like
Okay, with the
a
money.
max HP increase.
Holy shit! Uh-oh!
Why did you say uh-oh?
Okay. This changes a lot. So all of you will hear the sound of clinking metal, and it's very small at first, and then it grows louder and louder and more consistent and louder. And
God.
if any of you wake
What?
up and look out, you will see a pile of gold that has completely filled the library and is now seeping out here as 14,000 gold is
What the
laid
fuck?
out
What?
within the caravan.
Pegasus has come down from the roof.
Hold on,
Cass
no.
is immediately gonna try
Maya
and like,
also
grab
comes
biscuits to
Pause.
her.
Pause.
Mhm.
Kovac's gonna stare at this for a good second, look at the others, he's gonna walk right up to Amaya and say, punch me, right now.
Maya claws him in the face.
Craggletooth kicks him in the shins.
And he's like, I'm awake. What the fuck?
Wait,
Can they
Yeah, see
both
it?
see Cass, or is it
Cassian
just
in
the
there?
gold?
I was going to say, like, this is the last place that Kovac ever saw Cassian is like, Cassian, are you alive?
I
You
don't think I'm
explode.
gonna have the gold kill Cassian after they drew the house card. So you kind of just like Scrooge McDuck style pop your head out of the top of the pile.
What the fuck is this?
did you draw a card without me?
Cass is like visibly upset. Like completely visibly upset.
The jackpot
How much
card
did you
will
say?
burn up,
Somebody-
by the way.
Somebody, somebody draw Cassian in a pile of gold, looking miserable.
Did you say 14,000 gold?
Yes, 14,000 gold.
That's 2,800 for each of us.
Wow.
That's insane.
That's insane.
Holy fuck, okay. Well, I didn't need the fucking free plate anyways, then I guess. Go fuck myself.
You're welcome. But it was given with love
I-
from
It
Jack.
was, and then that's what matters.
I cannot believe that you drew the worst negative card and the second best positive card on your first draw.
This is so funny.
I don't know
See?
if it was worth it, man. I don't know if it was worth
Okay,
it.
but
What?
see, no, I need you to consider something right now, see? That card. And Craggletooth's
Which
card.
one?
I was no the card that
The one
can't be
that risked
damaged.
your life, and Craggletooth's
Extra dimensional space.
pocket. And Craggletooth's pocket.
I
Thought?
don't know. I don't even know if Cass would be willing to do that.
No, okay, well, you hate me.
Can I ask you a favor, C?
What's up?
I need to put the gambler deck somewhere in Fantasy Grounds so I can look and see which ones you've already gotten. I'm going to put it in your inventory. I am going to ask by honor code that you do not look at it.
Wait, what do you mean?
Like, don't look at any of the
Yeah,
descriptions.
like don't look at the
Oh,
description
okay, yeah.
of the deck. And if you do, you know, oh well, like if it's an accident, I'm not gonna be like mad or anything.
Yeah, I'm not
I
gonna
just-
do that, no.
I just wanted to let you know that I'm gonna be putting that in there. And then I'm going
Okay.
to take out. And go ahead, if possible, I don't know how often you use that deck of cards, set aside those cards that you've already drawn.
Yeah, no worries.
And go ahead, if you can, check if it has the Joker cards in it.
Oh, do you want me
Yeah,
to
just
check?
flit out your
Yeah.
deck. I think you do have one because you drew student, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
think
I have a J. Well, I have a J.
No,
Joker
no.
one.
That's
Oh, there we go.
the-
Yeah, no, I do have
Jack.
the Joker ones.
Okay, so
I
you do have
have
jokers.
Jokers.
You have
Nice.
both of them?
I have-
Nice.
Yeah, I think so. Let me see. Because I found one of them. Where's the other ones? Ooh, bear with me. There,
Actually,
yeah, I
you know
do
what?
have them.
As long as you
I know.
have those out, I actually don't need to put the full thing in here. I could just put the actual description of it in here. Perfect.
Yippee.
Odd.
Yeah. I think that they're
Oh
gonna
my gosh.
I think whenever Cass sees them, they're like gonna just be actively like freaking out. They've got biscuits. They grabbed biscuits when the gold started going through. They're also like clutching this other card like really like carefully.
I think there's a moment when you are clutching it and there's like just like a little bit too much pressure and you feel it like almost like just for a second bend and it scares the shit out of you.
Yeah, they're visibly just gonna flinch really bad. And then they're gonna put biscuits down so she can like run out.
She will immediately book it out of here. Let's grab shit actually.
So
down here.
what'd you get? Besides the gold.
I think Cass is gonna just like stumble out here. They're still like holding
There's
the card really tight.
skulls.
Is the tattoo on their neck visible?
Yeah, how
Um,
visible is the tattoo?
That's up to you. You have that. I'm looking at your token, right? You have that popped collar. It would
Oh,
be it would be mostly covered by looking at the token, not by their actual like left and right. It would be behind the left collar, barely visible. It's like how their scars are moving in that direction. It's playing into that.
At least the gambler has a sense of like aesthetic.
I was gonna say, and it's
Yeah.
like this is like the Walking Dead choice of like, do you
Oh
say
my
that you
God,
got bit or do you hide it?
I mean, I guess like you guys can like roll insight or something. I don't know. Cass is sort of
Oh,
like
yeah, baby.
hyperventilating now,
Oh,
and
yeah.
there's tears.
Where's my rat? Where's my rat?
I think what Kovac is actively doing is he's actively beginning to portion out all of the money into 5 separate piles. He's not good at math, right? But what he is good at is putting 1 to 1, 1 to 2, 1 to 3, 1 to 4, 1 to 5, and then 2 to 1, and just doing that. So he's not, I'm not rolling, but he's gonna just be sorting the piles into 2,800 separately.
Oh, I don't
Cass is
need any
actively
money.
sobbing, and Kovac's focusing on the money.
I think Kraggletooth will start to go for the money and then see that Cassian is sobbing and then do the insight.
Damn.
I'm also gonna do insight, but just give me a second. My dice is gonna be very slow.
Absolutely. By the way, this is 280 pounds of gold. Just wanted to make that clear.
Oh, we're leaning to the side.
Okay, never mind. Okay, veto everything that I just said. I will insight.
If you also fail, you can just ask Cass, I guess.
Okay, 1922. You are kind of like sitting here portioning out the gold, being like, "Oh, the gold," and you.
No, I veto all that. I veto all that.
Well,
Kill.
hold on. I have an idea. I'm describing it. Hold on. You can decide whether you like it or not, and then we can
Okay.
change it if need be. But like as you're portioning it out, you'll look behind. You're excited, and you'll look at Cassian. And I suppose I will leave up to you see what Kovac gleans from a 22. But whenever you realize Kovac, you'll just like immediately stand up and focus on Cassian.
Yeah, no,
Yeah, that works.
yeah, sure. I also think Kovac can see the tattoo.
And the worst person to have incited, by the way. How similar is this tattoo to the one that Damon had on his bicep?
Very.
Kowak is going to walk right up to Cassian and is going to look absolutely pale in the face. What happened?
But it's green.
Are you okay?
They're absolutely hyperventilating at this point. They're not looking at anyone.
It's okay, Cassidy. Buck will come over and touch his little hand.
They're gonna like flinch back, and they're like holding. They're not holding the card tight, but they're just like holding it almost like protectively.
Aren't those supposed to burn up after you get them?
Yeah, that's kind of what I gleaned from my.
Oh no, this one doesn't.
What does it do?
I think Cass is gonna just like look at the card. They they look like they're actually like going to be sick, which you know is impossible. But they do look like they're just about to be sick, and they're like trying to find the words, but they're sort of just struggling to. I can't let the card get damaged.
What happens?
It's tied to you, isn't it?
They nod.
Shit.
Scribe! Scribe!
You will see the door open and the caravan will suddenly stop as the scribe will begin to make his way in. Yes. Oh, what? Oh, look at the gold. He'll look at
Long
you.
story. We'll explain later.
Look at Cassian. All right. Okay. All right. Is everything fine? I can't imagine to be calling me if it was, but
I was gonna hold up a hand to Mop and just be like, try it, like Cassian explained if he wants to.
So like, long story short, so they're like bound to the gambler now, or is it if they die, they will be?
they're bound to the card. And if the card gets destroyed, then they die. And if they die by any means, their soul belongs to the gambler.
Okay.
Which also brings up the question for you, Cassian, just something I want to point out in case you want to explore that. You didn't know you had a soul until right now.
Yeah, true.
But this does confirm you do have one.
Yeah. I think they're a bit too fucked up right now to like think about that, like process it.
Mm-hmm.
Like take a little step back and then they're just like I think they're like pulling on like their the collar of like their tunic a bit. Like, is it like trying to hide it at first, and then they're gonna just like look to the scribe and like show like the mark on their neck.
And he will look at it, and he will go a little. He can't really go pale, but he makes the expression of it, and he will put a hand. He'll back up slightly, and he'll put a hand on his head. Okay. All right. Well, that is not amazing. Okay. Okay. This is fine.
It's not fine.
No, you are correct. It isn't. But all right. Words of affirmation, helping. Okay. Listen. You aren't doomed yet. You aren't damned or anything like that. What did the other cards do? I can guess one of them.
How could Cass explain what the first one did?
I can actually... Let me go ahead and, I'm just gonna read them to you, because I did not read you the description of both of them, I don't think.
Yeah.
Poker Face was, your charisma increases by 2, and you gain proficiency in a charisma-based skill, or you may gain expertise in a charisma-based skill you are already proficient in. Basically, you've become more charismatic. And then the other one, Jackpot, is roll 2d6 plus 3, that much times 1,000 gold appears in front of you.
Ooh, I'm trying to think of how to, like, for them to explain that. Actually, I don't know if they can. They're
In that case,
Gonna, like-
after like a moment of like sort of stuttering, the scribe will walk up and say, "What did that card do? The one that branded you."
it just
You do know what it did, by the way. I don't know if I made that
Yeah,
clear
yeah.
or not. I just wanted to make sure you know.
oh yeah. They're like trying to like get the words out. If it gets damaged, then I'm going to die, and he's gonna. They're like actively sobbing while they're like talking about it, and then he'll have my soul or some shit. I shouldn't have done it. I shouldn't have done it.
After you say that, the scribe will put a hand on your shoulder and say, No. That is better than what I thought.
How is that any better?
This is... He gave this to you as a... What do I call it?
He called it a boon?
Indeed. Every single one of these things, even drawing from the deck itself, it is a gamble, it is a game. If he wanted your soul, truthfully, it could have just been that he would have it after you drew that card, but he doesn't. This is a game. You still have a chance. You haven't lost yet. It's bad.
I can't get out of it. I can't get out of it.
That's not true. There are means to do so. They are difficult, but there are means. One of which would be something we should not do, but something to keep in mind as an option. If we are to find the gambler, we can work out a deal. There are plenty of things we can do, but for now, you keep the cards safe. We will find a way to fix this, I promise you.
I like stare at the scribe as they say like the last bit, and there's like a solid moment where they don't look like they believe him, but they're gonna just like nod a little bit anyway.
Good. Alright. Well, it is possible we can find more solutions within the deck, though let us be a bit more careful when we draw from it next time.
Kovak beams his eyes at Traggletooth.
I didn't mean to touch it.
Maya also glares at Craggletooth.
wouldn't have happened if it was me drawing the cart. But just saying.
Everything's gonna be okay, Cassian. Mop will again go for his hand if he'll allow it.
I think they're like holding like the card like to like their chest with one hand, and the other one's just like trembling at their side.
Yeah. Mop will
Like
take
turned
that
into a
one.
plane.
Mop will
Oh,
take the
I'm
trembling hand.
sorry.
It's so funny.
Mop will take the trembling hand and just kind of pat it. Now we just gotta find a way to really be careful with this thing. Card, namely.
Craggletooth, I think, is going to pause for a moment and then kind of like stick a hand in her little pocket of holding it up and kind of flick in the ear and go, I mean, you don't have to say yes, but as near as I can tell, nothing really gets into the pocket.
Oh no,
Cassian,
sorry, what were you gonna say?
roll an Arcana check for me. Bags of holdings are very common, so it is very possible you might know some facts about them. Nope. All right.
No.
I'll roll.
Sure, you can.
Yeah, come on, yeah. I'm a little bit proficient.
Use your rat just in case.
Alright, fine, I'll roll, I'll use my fucking rat. Here, let's see what I get.
Nah, it's 20.
Nope.
Oh wow! Oh wow! I used my rat!
No, a 16 is
There was
higher
no
than
down.
a 16 is higher than I wanted. So Mop, you put together. Crackletooth is correct. Nothing can even get the card unless they are specifically reaching in to get the card. But there is one glaring problem, which is if the bag is destroyed, it will instantly be destroyed as well.
Oh,
Or
wonderful.
more like its contents will be expelled into into the astral plane.
But it's not destroyed.
Pretty damn close to it. At that point, you're basically just at any point something could find it and rip it up, and then Cassian would die.
Okay. So, how likely are your little pockets to rip, Crackletooth?
They don't. Listen, are you judging the security of my pocket?
Yes.
Yeah.
Talking Cass is gonna like go into Cass is gonna like just go into this room and try and find like a box or something.
I mean, like, they don't rip often. They're clothes. Why I don't.
Clothes rip. But
Okay, I don't know if anything can rip this thing. I'm gonna be honest.
I think, right? I don't know. Yeah, you can put it in there and it will be safe. But if anything happens to your pocket, and Bob will look kind of grim. Bad news.
What kind of bad news? I have a lot of stuff in there.
All of it's gone.
Her ears kind of like freeze in place. Oh! See, that would have been nice to know earlier. I mean, I'm not gonna
Cass
let
find a
it be
box, like a little crate, like a little box.
There aren't any in there,
The scribe have one.
but
No, where
the scribe will lean over and be like, "If you're looking for a box, the closest thing you'll find is in the armory."
Hang on. Give him a second.
It's in the back there.
I'll kill
The back.
myself.
But you're already dead.
The armory. If you're looking for a box, there's a chest in the armory.
gonna like quickly nod and then they're just gonna like stumble past.
I'm so sorry. I looked into the side chat and saw the fucking I can't stop winning and the mega win. And I'm losing it.
That's so
Yeah.
funny.
Jesus Christ.
Do I find a little box?
You see, there's this box and the chest.
Oh shit, so there's not like any like separate, like these smaller, like jewelry boxes or anything like that?
No, you have your satchel, but that's the closest thing to a box. You might have to literally go in town to buy a box.
I have an idea.
Yep.
Are there any very, very secure banks in the area?
Banks?
Yeah, like basically fucking Gringotts, but for Ulvunter.
Not in the Talons, no.
No, I mean like
Oh, hold on,
anywhere.
is there, like, a
Anywhere.
jar?
Anywhere.
Jar in the kitchen?
Anywhere in the fucking world.
I imagine there's a jar, 100%.
Okay.
But let me see. Make a history check, Bob.
Alright, we're gonna fucking find out.
Sudal
Either
savings
there's-
and loan, baby.
Sudal savings and loans. It's a
Back
fucking
to
payday
Dacia.
loan. Let's see. History, you said, right?
Yep.
Alright, my frat isn't gonna do anything, so.
Okay.
Hey, yay! 14.
While it is possible that there are banks elsewhere in the world, the only bank that you are knowledgeable of in Falana is the bank
It's
within Dacia.
Yeah, fuck no,
I
I
was
go in there.
joking when I made that joke. God damn it. God damn it.
Well, we're gonna need somewhere to store all this money.
I'm looking in the side chat. I'm seeing Zax. The Aventios and Dacia, perhaps. Mm-hmm.
The
They'll be going there, for sure.
Yeah,
I
definitely.
mean,
Dacia is a great idea for us in particular.
Yeah, specifically
Oh.
our group.
if we find somewhere to keep it, we can either keep it on our person, or we can put it somewhere where nobody will likely ever touch it again.
Just let Cassian hold on to it for now.
Of course.
I might have an idea.
Yes, am I.
Okay, you'll need to hear me out on this. Why don't we just, it's a card, it's thin, right?
Uh-huh.
Why don't we, until we find a box, just put it in a book, like a bookmark.
That's not a bad idea. No, I'm not putting it in the analog. Surely.
As they're discussing that, Cassian, you can easily find a jar. Yeah, you have a jar.
Yippee!
Sorry, I used them all for jam.
You quickly clean out the jar.
And now that all of that is subsided, I think Rook's going to count it, but it's less of like a ooh money, more of like a I need to distract myself, otherwise I'm going to crash out. This is the worst news I've ever received.
It is terribly
You're
unfortunate.
still fixated on the money?
I need a distraction right now. I need to grapple with the fact that someone is potentially fucked.
Even I'm not going for the money right now,
I
Koval.
need a distraction.
Cass is gonna like
Just
put
wanted
the
to point
card
it out.
in the jar, like
Yep.
very carefully, and then they're sort of just gonna like hesitate. Like, okay, has anyone taken this bed? This is the one that I put Cass in, but has anyone taken it?
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Okay.
No.
And they're gonna just sit there. They're like gonna put the jar like under the bed, but they don't even feel safe doing that. And I'm gonna have them crash out a little bit, and they're just gonna start crying.
Okay. I feel really bad for Cassian now. Oh man.
You and Zach did this.
We
did
did
this.
today. We literally made it today. Less than 4 hours ago, we finished making this. And I was like, you know, we need to have two that are extraordinarily good and extraordinarily bad. And they should definitely do something with your soul. And Zach was like, yeah, of course, we'll do this one.
Awful.
I cannot believe you drew the king of fucking diamonds. Oh man. But yeah. Cassian is gonna kind of crash out in the other room. Gobak, you were gonna start counting gold. It is 14,000 gold, so it does take a minute.
And that's all he needs. He just needs a distraction. Otherwise, he is also going to start crashing out.
Now,
Oh,
something to keep in mind. This is 280 pounds of gold.
yeah, the fucking caravan's leaning to one side now.
A little bit.
Hey, is somewhere we can deposit this actually? Like a chain bank, maybe?
The only bank
Bank
for Falana is the one in Dacia.
Ah!
Yep.
Is the scribe saying that?
Yes.
Yes.
I'm asking the scribe. Oh goodness. Oh goodness gracious! Gosh darn it! Mother trucking and muffled a little bit.
I know how to hide money places and furniture and stuff.
Wait.
Boards.
Can't we just put all the gold in your pocket? Actually, I don't.
Well, I was gonna suggest that, but I figured if it was coming from me, everybody would instantly go, "No, Crackletooth." So I didn't suggest it. But
Amaya,
Okay, Craggletooth.
mhm.
can you make an insight check, Amaya, for me?
Okay, hold on. You'll have to give me
Well,
2 minutes.
Amaya, do you trust Craggletooth with 14,000 fucking gold?
You see,
bought
no,
another
because
horse.
Craggletooth would have 14,000 gold and then come back with 10,000 daggers.
Yes.
11.
Oh, all my rolls are not great today.
They're not great. It's higher than a 10, so I will give you something, but I can't give you everything. I need to delegate here. The idea of giving Craggletooth the gold is definitely convenient. But there is one caveat that does come to your mind. If the deck is capable of giving gold, it is likely capable of taking gold. And so, I suppose the one thing you have to juggle is Craggletooth can absolutely have all this money as long as she never touches that deck.
Yeah, yeah. Look, gang, look, Amaya's gonna relay that as an idea, and we're all gonna kind of admit Craggletooth's gonna touch the deck at some point. It's not an if, it's just a when.
Crackletooth raises a hand.
So,
What
yes,
I'm hearing is,
Craggletooth.
So what I'm hearing is, I draw this from the deck before you put the gold in my pocket.
No, you can't draw from the deck. Absolutely not.
We can do it tomorrow morning, and then I can touch the deck with permission. And if I can touch the deck with permission, then I won't have to try and touch it without permission.
Craggletooth, it only
You
works
think
once a
you're
week.
going to get?
It works once a week.
Oh.
Yeah, that's
Okay,
also-
then next week. Next week, I'll take the gold out of my pocket to touch
No.
the deck. Again,
No.
with permission is better
No.
than without permission. We all know I'm gonna touch the deck, so might as well do it with permission and supervision.
No.
Well, lucky for
well,
you, Amaya, it's not your deck of cards. And lucky
It's
for
not
you-
yours either, Craggletooth.
No, it's not, but I am very persuasive when I want to be.
I need every single one of you right now to shut the fuck up about the fucking deck of fucking cards. Okay?
That's
I
not...
need you to shut up about it. Please. Thank you.
I'm sorry.
Not you. You're fine.
I thought that was wrong.
I'm not putting 14k gold in your pocket, Crackletooth.
I can hang
So
on to
you're
it a little
admitting
bit.
that I'll cut the deck at some point.
Oh
Is
my
what I'm hearing.
fucking god,
Mm.
please.
Oh. I'm
Um,
going to bed.
absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm going to bed.
Kobok, where's that helmet?
And Kobok, like, kind of just, as he's, like, still portioning it out, he sort of, like, slings his backpack down with one arm, and then just reaches into it, and sort of just, like, fumbles around, like, hooks his fingers in, and then takes the helmet out and holds it out to Mom.
Me or Crackletooth can probably attune to this. Well,
You're going to wear it to bed.
no, I'm not gonna wear it to bed. I just wanted to attune to it while I had.
It'd be really funny if you wore it to bed.
That's
It's
true.
like
It only
a,
covers a little bit of my
like
head.
an eye mask. Then Kobok's gonna, like, you know, like, lower the helmet and is going to say, "Can you catch?"
No.
Okay. Then come over. Then kind of, and then he's gonna raise it back up and he's gonna say, "Okay, then come take it."
That's so
Ting, 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 ting,
funny.
over the over the gold pile.
All right.
Ting, 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 ting.
Give him the helmet. Transfer it from my inventory because I can't do that shit.
Give me the fucking helmet.
Give him the fucking helmet. I don't want the fucking helmet. By the way, you should look at the actual you should look at the icon like on the actual item itself. It's so cool.
I know, right?
But
Who made that?
yeah, cat. But okay. In here are these like
This is a spare room.
is this
closet.
laundry?
Yeah, basically.
Are there spare pillowcases?
Plenty.
Kobok is going to get 5 pillowcases.
Crackletooth will hold out a hand and start helping with the.
Yeah, and
With
he's
the
going to
gold.
start like shoveling the piles into each individual like pillowcase because obviously we're not all carrying everything ever.
Yeah.
But having a way to store it is, you know, it's a good idea. And so he's gonna
Cares.
apportion it into 5, and he's going to say, "I'm sorry for getting upset. I am just reckoning with the fact that Cassian is in an extremely fucking bad spot."
Crackletooth will nod. It's alright, I know. And, you know, it is. She'll kind of glance at the window. The middle of the night. So,
That do I was really hoping to sleep some more, but that's okay. I'll get some. Hopefully, all of this counting has tired me out because if I have to lay awake, I'm going to go ape shit.
I don't want to see you if you go like that. I think
I
that would
don't
be.
I don't want to go ape shit.
I mean, maybe from like a distance.
Yeah.
Like a good enough vantage point.
But yeah, he's
Yeah.
gonna very much appreciate the help though because that is a lot of fucking gold to have to portion out. But thankfully now it's cleaned up and it's in movable bags, heavy bags, but movable ones for him at least.
Terribly heavy. If you split them up evenly, correct?
Always, yeah. The 2,800 in each pillowcase, and I think he's
Cool.
going to like. Is there like an inkwell in the study?
Each bag is 56 pounds.
God.
And yes, I.
Is there like an inkwell?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna have Kobok like take the inkwell, take one of his gauntlets off, and then dip his his index finger into it, and he's going to write CR on one, CA on another, K on another, M on another, and then A on the last one.
Absolutely, and don't think you're gonna get away with that. See.
Lol. But yeah, and then he's gonna just stack them against the wall over there, just so that they're out of the fucking way, and he's gonna be like, "Oh, I'm really worried about Cassian." Because you know who else had one of those tattoos, Crackletooth?
Yeah, I do. I probably thought more than you.
However, maybe it means that now that he's dead, he's stuck in whatever place he's in, which good. I hate him, and I am glad that he's dead. I was going to say I want him dead, but I mean, hey,
He deserved it. Well then,
he did. Not only
You
for
were a
what he
slimy
did,
motherfucker.
not just because of what he did to me, but what he did to you. So,
And ear twitches.
I'm glad that he's dead. So, anyways, I'm going to try to go to sleep. It probably won't work, but I'm going to try.
I'll probably be in a bit.
Okay. And then Kovac is gonna try to go to bed.
That was quick.
Time to do some attunement, baby.
Attune to D's.
I think Crackletooth is kind of gonna like slowly go over to the arm ring, just kind of peek around the corner with Cassian. She's not being like specifically quiet. She's just like being quiet for the rest of the group, but not like to try and like sneak up on Cassian at all.
Yeah. I think at that point they've like tired themselves out. They're not crying anymore. But like their head like slightly, like give give me a second. Anyways, I was texting Ellie and Ellie says, I thought you were C in response to me saying I'm so anxious right now. And it completely threw me off guard.
Now you're throwing him off his rhythm.
Sorry.
No, it's funny. It's so funny. My dog's also not settling. Yeah, they're gonna like incline their head towards like Crackletooth slightly, but they're not gonna look at her. But it's just them showing that, you know, like they know that she's there, and they've just got this jar like on their lap, and they're just staring at the card.
She's gonna kind of like slide in and sit down against the wall, a little bit ways away, but just kind of being there, I guess. And she'll wait for them to say if she'll wait for them to say something. If they don't, then she'll say something later.
I think there's
Are
like,
they
a few
going?
times where there's a few times where they open their mouth to say something and they just give up. Like I don't think they're gonna say anything. But they did try a couple of times to speak to her and they just can't.
In a similar vein, she's going to start to say something and then pause and switch gears, kind of leaning down a little bit closer to the card, looking it over. I mean, it seems pretty safe in the jar, right?
Yeah, I hope so.
And it's only if it gets damaged, like if you're careful about it, it could be okay.
I don't want to die again.
You won't. You're smarter than that. And the scrap promised to help, and I believe that. I believe him. And I'll help.
I didn't think I was going to die the first time, Crackletooth. I can't be sure that it won't happen again now. Especially now.
Well, you have all of us, don't you? And I don't know, I think you're kind of cool, and I'd be really sad if you died. And I think Amaya, even though she doesn't admit it, I think she'd be pretty disappointed if you died. And she's kind of the person who's, you know, good at stuff like that, so that's good for you. And she kind of elbows Cassian side a little bit.
Sort of like relax a tiny bit, like the terror in her face is still there, but it sort of like dies down a little bit. I'm gonna like lean back in into the wall. They're still looking at the card, but they've sort of just slumped a little bit.
I think she'll be quiet for a moment, and then she'll take a deep breath and kind of lean back, looking just at the other side of the wall before she starts to speak again. And she'll say, "No, I don't want to pretend I know what you're like doing, but if I just the other day, I didn't know that either Theremin or Thalgweth could do that. And she's very obviously referring to the control.
Cass looks at her as she talks about it.
And she's not looking at Cassian. She's kind of off in her own world. And so with you gotta, check that thing, but it's not permanent yet. That's not like the scrap said, there's ways to fix it. Like, it's hard, sure. I mean, that's what hard method is that, right? Hard to break stuff like that, but doesn't mean it's impossible, right?
One pause where they're staring at her, letting her words sink in. And they're gonna look back down to the card in the jar.
Which I want to add, because I didn't add this before. What used to be a tower is now a kind of like hieroglyphic-esque version, like the way that the cards are normally designed in the real world, version of you.
I hate that. I fucking hate you.
Gee.
Can't do anything about this yet. I have to help the scribe, and I have to help Leonora before I can start doing anything about this.
Oh, fuck that. She'll like turn her head towards Cassian. And who are you gonna help if you die? Again.
Leonora's been suffering for a decade now. Craggletooth, I didn't know.
And now
about
we
it.
have. Okay, and now you've got what? You, me, the scribe, Kovak. That's like, and Mom, Amaya. Like, well, she pauses at Amaya. You know.
Yeah,
Like, I think you can. I think you're allowed to like pause, like take a detour to go. Hey, maybe let's not die and give my soul to like the creepiest gambler dude that smells like terrible cigarettes every time he breathes. You know, I think you're allowed a little bit of wiggle room, right?
I don't know. I really don't know, Craggletooth.
Why not? And she seems genuinely confused why it's like, to her it seems very obvious, but
Sort of gonna just like turn the jar like slightly in their hands as they're like considering their words. I've had the same type of job for years now. It's sometimes I was asked to do it, sometimes I just wanted to. But back where I used to live, where I met Dust, I had these jobs, and sometimes they were to protect people, you know, make sure that things went okay. And you know, I like to think I did my best with them, but me and my family, we left Kara, you know, for a better life, I guess, a safer life, and everything just went so wrong. And I lost my brother, and I lost my son on the exact same day, and I didn't even realize I lost my son until I came back, and I saw his grave right beside mine. And it was the Watcher that did it. And I don't know why it wanted, like, I can assume it wanted me for some reason, and my brother just got in the way. Something else killed my son. Don't know where one of my grandkids are. The other one's far away now. And when we were doing the trials, that same Watcher showed up. And just like the first time, I failed to do it myself. It took all of you to help take it down. And now this fucking shit, the cards and the gambler, just want to protect people, Crackletooth, but how the fuck am I supposed to do that if I keep fucking up and I can't even protect myself at this point?
Crackletooth will be quiet for a moment. And then she'll keep looking. She's been kind of glancing over to Cassian as they've been saying all of this. And then she'll look away and she'll say, if you find out, let me know. And there'll be a pause. Before I started working with the Five, I watched them kill one of my sisters from my family. That's why I started with everything, and I figured if I could protect them and get the bug group away at least, and make a deal, then it'd be fine, right? And then my family would be okay. Well, not quite what seems like happened. So here with you and Kovok and everyone. I mean, I'm good at what I do, you know. And she'll kind of flick a finger and a little mote of fire will pop up.
I'll smile a little bit at that.
See, you know I'm good. And I am. It's just all the extra stuff, and I don't know. I guess the point I'm like trying to make is like there are other people in the caravan who can, like, I don't know, trust or something, I guess. Like here, I'll even make you a promise. I'm not going to touch that deck for at least a week.
Shallow ass promise.
Because it doesn't mean
Yeah,
anything. They can't even
does
use it
Cassian
for a
know?
week.
Exactly.
Does Cassian know though?
Yeah.
Most likely, I mean, yeah, you were told that.
Yeah,
when
I'm pretty
Bob
sure.
identified it.
Okay, yeah. She's gonna sort of like laugh slightly. The crowd goes over and just like shake their head.
I'm serious. On my honor, whatever little I have, I will not touch it for a week.
You can't even use it for a week, Crackletooth.
That is completely that I don't know why you'd bring that up. That has no bearing on why I would
Because
specify a
one-
week of time.
Because it wouldn't matter, Crackletooth.
Oh my goodness gracious, it wouldn't even matter. Well then it should be super easy for me to keep my promise, right? And you can see she's kind of goading them on a little bit.
Yeah, no, they're gonna just laugh. It's like not like their usual laughs. It's still like down, but they just seem like slightly better.
And because we are over time, I think as you all begin to finish up there, Ma, you will spend the night. I'll say that you're actually sitting at the table with the helmet in front of you.
Yeah.
Attempting to attune to it. You will close your eyes, magic will begin to seep out from your mind and your fingers into the helmet, and you will feel the strings attach, sort of magical arcane strings attach you and this helmet together, and in a moment, your eyes will open and they will glow white. And you will be on the roof of the Televine estate.
Oh no.
There are no clouds in the sky. It is a beautiful starry night. You have never seen a sky so clear. There is no sound coming from the street below, which is unusual given the fact that it's Dacia, even at night. And as you look around, holding the helmet, you see a woman. She is sitting on the edge of the building, except you can't really see her very well. Most of her body is this sort of black, silhouetted cloudiness. And you can only see the back of her head, with this sort of beautiful flowing hair, and her hands as well seem to be visible as she holds them on the side of the building. And as you look her way, she will push herself up, and she'll turn just enough to where you can see a bit of her side profile, and her eyes will look at you, and then she'll look down at the helmet, and then she'll look up at your head, and then she'll sigh and say, I have a feeling this one's going to take a little bit of effort.
I'm sorry.
and she will kind of walk, she'll turn around and begin to walk over to you. It's hard to see her face still. It's your head, but not her face. Just a little bit of her eyes. A shadow obscuring them. She will walk up to you, and she will crouch down, and she will hold out a hand for the helmet.
Mop will look between her and the helmet for a moment, and we'll just gingerly, push it towards her.
And she will grab it, inspect it. She'll look down at you. She will put a hand on the back of your head, and the top of your head, and then the front of your, snout, and the bottom of your chin. She's measuring you, clearly. And she'll say, "We're going to be here for some time."
In that case, what's your name? My friends call me Mop,
It's lovely to meet you, Mom.
but
Well,
I have a feeling, you're a little different.
indeed. We need not worry about names for now. Let us get you suited. And I think that is where we will end the session for today. And I was going through, and I was counting. It's been 11 sessions since you last leveled up. I know it feels like one, huh? And so you all will be leveling up this session.
I'm gonna
Beat time! Beat time! Beat time!
Dust, I would like to take a seat. Dust, I would like to take a seat.
I would like to take a seat as well, please.
I
Okay,
would like to take a feat.
very well.
Take a piece.
I will go ahead
I need
and
to DM or something.
absolutely. We will finish up stream, and I'm going to level you guys up before I head out.
Yay!
Alright. Thank you guys very
Good
much
night.
for watching
Good night.
this hectic stream of gambling. It's not good night,
Subscribe.
it's 4 p.m.
Can I stream? Can I stream? Can I stream?
Twitch Prime.
Night.
Twitch.
Subscribe.
Twitch.
I've already done.
Twitch.
Timmy Turner, my name is Doug Dimon.